Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Episode of Ring Rust Radio, the best goddamn wrestling radio show on Spreaker, on the internet, in the whole goddamn universe, folks. I'm your host of the most, Donald Wood, looking fine to feel a finer, baby. Ooh, Mike, what was I shaking?
That felt like you started from the top of your head all the way down, and you just like shook like that.
I was playing guitar on my titties. I squeezed them together and was playing guitar between them.
Trying to think how that would even work.
No,
and I'm
please,
regretting it.
Please, yeah, right. Squeeze your titties together, hold it with one hand. Now you get titties together, one hand's free, and now strum it. Brandon Galvin.
I don't believe you that you did that.
I literally just did it again. I actually did it 3 times so far. Look, I'll do it right now. Here, can you hear it? Can you hear my titties? I'm squeezing that. No. Yo, right now, because
I think we're about to get kicked off of YouTube.
Mike Chiari, Brandon Galvin, hold on. I'm looking out the window. I realize that someone looked in and is now seeing me squeeze my tits together around the mic and, like, rub it against it. So I just gave my mic a tit job. How are you doing today?
You motorboating son of a bitch.
PJ, you know what? Fuck it. We got a schedule.
Yeah, that was absurd. We're going to preview WWE and AEW pay-per-views. We have Dirt Sheet Busters, where Mike Chiari brings us all the lies and rumors going around pro wrestling, tells you why they're fucking dumb, and the people that report them are fucking dumb, and that Donnie Wood is fucking dumb. We have WWE Fantasy Standings updates, fan emails, so much more.
Mike.
Do you like wrestling? Are you excited that there's fucking wrestling on every goddamn day this week and weekend?
It feels like how the NFL's taken over, like, Tuesdays and Christmas and shit now. It's like, I love the NFL, but I mean, at some point, there's got to be a tipping point, right?
Nope.
No.
It's actually going to get worse.
You're right. It's going to. Somebody broke it down to where if you had to have all the streaming services for all the additional games you could see, it would be $800.
But it still costs the Panthers fans like $1,000 to watch all their games because of like outages and shit.
Can I be
Who
honest?
the fuck would want to watch all
I was going to say,
games?
can I be honest with you? The Panthers fans deserve that. Get a real team.
Brother, there's a fucking Friday game in Brazil. We've jumped the shark. So.
I'm literally hosting a Brazil party here. I'm going to be in a banana hammock and I'm going to
like Carnival.
I'm going to shake my tits like I'm Diana. You can call me Diana.
All right, guys. Find us anywhere you get podcasts. Interact with us on Twitter at Ring Rust Radio. If you want to email us, be part of the shit show, send it to ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Also, buy our merchandise, prowrestlingtees.com/ringrustradio. So many great t-shirt designs, including Cut Your Dick!
Yes, Cut Your Dick. Great shirt.
I agree. 100%. I'm going to move on before you say something else.
I'm leaving it. I'm trying to.
Support us at patreon.com/ringrustradio, where you can hear ad-free episodes, time for fantasy drafts and brackets. Make us watch wrestling-related movies and pay-per-views and so much more. Also, check out Ring Rust Radio on YouTube for updated clips for Triple R Gaming. Donnie, BG, and fans of the show have been playing different games like Among Us, Fall Guys, Dead by Daylight each week, and posting early access on patreon.com/ringrustradio well before it hits YouTube. If you're interested in joining a session, email ringrustradio@yahoo.com.
Or join the Ring Rust Radio Discord channel, which I made now, so it's just easier to communicate gaming stuff through there, so jump on that. And I'm also doing more single-player horror games because everyone says I jump like a bitch, and They like seeing that, I guess. I don't know, all 12 of them. So that's what I'm doing.
You're everything you used to make fun of people for being. You started a Discord.
From the bottom of my heart, I say this.
Admit
I've
it.
said this many of the times, Mike. I am Mark Wahlberg from The Other Guys, where he learned to dance to make fun of the other guys, and he's like, you learned to dance to make fun of the kids who are dancing on your block. He said, yeah, they're so lame. I learned to dance to make fun of them. He's like, well, you learned to dance to make fun of them. You're doing the same thing. He's like, no, that's me.
But the reality is that's not why he learned, and that's not why you're doing this.
Yeah, because eventually I'd like money.
Mike, Donnie has been texting me almost every day to play with him.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, fucking blows.
First off, it's not true. I actually,
Not true.
you made me feel terrible because you said you were like sick as shit over the last couple weeks.
And then every day you were like, hey, you feeling good to play?
Well,
Like,
no,
hey, you wanna play?
because
Hey,
that's
hey,
my
you down
way.
to play?
You know
Dude,
what?
fucking Sunday
what?
night.
Guess what?
Game
Guess
7.
what?
Hey, you
Sunday
wanna play?
night.
Sunday night.
We went from like after the show, oh, maybe on Wednesdays, hey, you know what, hey, every Saturday, let's do it. Then Sunday fucking night, Game 7's about to take place. Hey, you wanna play a game?
It was SpongeBob. I asked if you wanted to play SpongeBob, and the reason was
SpongeBob
because
No,
I have
it's
it's called Rehydrated. It's really fun.
Okay.
It's actually great for the kid. You might get it. I think it's free with Xbox or whatever you might not be able to get because you got Switch only. Regardless, BJ, guess what? Besides the Outlast trials, you're dead to me. You're dead to me now. So fuck you.
See you in October.
But I will say that the Outlast. Well, here's the thing: if we wait till October to record, it won't air until October 2025. So that's going to be a you problem, not me problem. Not Tom.
It's like Pro Wrestling Tees shipping.
Yeah, well, I have everything. Here's the thing: I'm trying not to work super hard, Mike. So I literally have content scheduled out through November 2024. So I don't care. You're gonna see shit. We're gonna record shit today that's gonna air literally in 2025. Don't care. Long hair, don't care. But we gotta talk WWE and AEW. So let's do it.
We're gonna put this all in order. From LW to Dark, we about to have a discussion about the one true sport. Who's selling the finish? Does this make sense in the art? Tell me who botched, who rocked, who's cashing in on the marks. These takes are uncut, man, they're pure and they're raw. Blow up like dynamite, have you smacked down on the floor. On a collision course with the number one source. Now let's head back to the ring for the latest report. Ring rust.
Memorial Day weekend is the unofficial start to summer. Can we just call it the official start? Everyone calls it the unofficial start. Just call it the start.
Yeah.
To me, summer starts when the weather gets fucking unbearable, and summer has already started.
Well, no, it's not that hot. It's like 81.
No, it's been like over 85 here the last couple days.
You are, but here's the thing. Your body's not built for this weather.
I've always hated hot weather though. Like I don't like it. I'd rather be cold.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. The only difference is now that I get older and I'm looking real good, I love popping the top. I want them to look. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry?
I pop the top. I want them to look. Is it unclear?
Nice.
Who's them?
Everyone.
People outside his window.
The person just saw me tit job in my Blue Yeti. Let's get it. So real quick, before we get into listen, Memorial Day weekend, I'm going to the cabin. I know it stuns you, but I'm not going to be watching wrestling live. I'm sorry, everybody. We don't have PPV at the MTS. I ain't got it. So it's not a big
Even
deal.
if you did, you wouldn't watch it.
MTS.
Yeah, mountains.
I get it.
So there you go.
It's more like MTNS.
No, it's MTS, dude. Mountains.
Okay.
Don't be stupid.
Mountains.
Not here right now. Before we get to breaking down King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia, before we get to Double or Nothing in Vegas, in Vegas, before we get to talking about the NXT pay-per-view that's coming up in Florida, probably, right?
I think it's
Vegas.
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 It's in Vegas.
It's the UFC Apex.
That's right. I remember that now. They're doing
Okay.
that now because they're all married together. BJ, we have some somber news here that you wrote. Wait, I don't see any somber news.
I don't know
I know
what you're
this
about.
one.
I honestly looked at a website to see what 2024 deaths have taken place, and there was not one.
This one just happened like yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've definitely not. You don't go to that website. That's why you always miss deaths. There's 2 this week.
Two?
Yeah,
I know
there's
of one.
yeah,
this is very sad.
It's Bad Bones, right?
Bad Bones.
From the NXT UK stuff, too.
No, from TNA.
Oh yes, he did NXT UK for a hot
No, brother,
second.
you're thinking of Tyson T-Bone. He's alive.
No, another one of those guys died too. No, I'm pretty sure Bad Bones did.
Bad Bones died.
Yes, but Bad Bones did die. John Kluger? I think it's Kluger. So yeah, he passed away, and he was 40 years old. He was just retired too, which fucking blows. And
shit.
Billy Blue Rivers died. He was a territory wrestler as well. So BJ Cavalier with death.
Was he like a
as
Native
always.
American gimmick?
What gave it away? What gave it away?
Blue Rivers. That's what gave
Billy,
it away.
my name is Billy Blue Rivers. There was a Blue River in the olden times. That's my Indian impression. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Not good.
Thank
last
you.
week.
Thank
You know?
you. I was gonna say it's better than my other Indian impression, but I'll leave that one on the shelf for
Nice.
now. So yeah. And also, speaking of bad news, BJ D hit me.
What?
D's nuts. Okay. All right, let's talk. Get your D'Lo Brown heads out.
By the way, I remember Bad Bones having like a few matches for TNA when we used to cover it.
Yeah.
So.
Honestly, very, again, independent wrestler who's been around for fucking ever.
He wrestled in like Germany for a long time.
Yes, and I'm almost, listen, I can't be certain. BJ, if you can double check this, I'm pretty sure he did wrestle at least once or twice for the NXT UK. I'm almost positive of it.
Maybe, but I thought you were thinking of Tyson T-Bone.
I do, no, that dude's the dude who had like the wife beater and he just punched you.
Yes.
This dude was the bald head dude with the fucking tats. Different.
Yeah.
Different guys.
They're different guys.
So here's what we need. We got D'Lo Brown is going to be getting his paycheck today because we are going to be doing a lot of previewing, a lot of predicting. Memorial Day is full of wrestling.
This is disgusting to have two pay-per-views in the same weekend.
Listen, dude, it is what it is. I hope you like wrestling. I'll tell you what. I'm not going to watch it till the Tuesday I come back. I'm going to be furious. I might
That's
actually
a
have to
lot.
I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm going to have to watch some Monday night. I'm going to be mad as shit. So I'm going to miss Raw.
I guess
for
the good
sure.
thing is like Saturday I'll be working during the WWE one, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might be around on Saturday. Sunday, I'm not watching AEW live. Probably.
I'm leaving Saturday morning at 9 a.m. and I'm not coming back till fucking Monday night. I don't care.
Well, listen, if you were having like people over for a barbecue and say, hey, here's watch the show.
they'd be
That's
like,
fun.
Get away from me,
they'd
you
be like,
fucking loser.
"Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah, be like, put the game on, you fucking loser. And they'd be right. So we're going to start with the most important event of the weekend, AEW Double or Nothing
That's
predictions.
not what this says. We're not
I
starting
mean,
with
that's
that.
not.
weird.
That's
Why
not
start
true.
there?
Because that's where the money's at, guys. Listen, it is I'm going to say it now. This could be one
Doesn't
of
even
the
make sense. That's on
most.
Sunday.
It will be one of
WWE is
the.
going first, and
Yeah.
WWE
No,
is the more
listen.
important show.
Stop for a minute. I control what we do here, guys. Double or Nothing could be
I'm on board
the
with this.
most important pay-per-view in AEW history.
How so?
It's not true at all.
Because they had hit a bottom.
The
They
first one
admittedly
was.
were down.
They're still there.
They were down.
The ratings are
Like
getting
Tyson
worse.
Fury,
down
like
bad.
Tyson Fury on the mat. But
Fury?
that ain't nothing. Okay, that ain't nothing. Okay, because they're
Tommy,
going to
you're such a
rise up.
fag.
They're going to rise up like Michael Jordan. And they're going to slam dunk on top of your face on Sunday. Okay?
It sounds like you have never
What's wrong
watched a
with you?
sporting event ever, and you're using like fucking.
when Michael
Comparison.
Jordan hits a home run of a triple shot, he is.
Did Michael Jordan ever hit a home run?
I think he did. Yeah.
In the minors, he might have.
Oh, okay.
Not in the
I mean, he played
majors.
double A.
Yeah. He had to go away from basketball because he liked gambling. Guys, so get your
I think it's
D'Lo
partially
Brown
because his
heads out.
dad died.
Whatever. Yeah. Did his dad also fucking bet too much on the games? Alright, so here's the
Maybe.
deal.
Probably.
I need your D'Lo Brown heads. I need them shaking. I need
We
them
all
loose.
do.
Pop your chest. Pop, pop, pop. Pop your chest.
Pop your check.
pop. Chest. You ever do that thing where you squeeze your titties together with your arms so guys find you more appealing?
With your Blue Yeti?
So guys, let's do it. The top match, one of the most important matches in AEW history, because
Wait,
they were down
no,
in the
we're
match,
not
and
doing
they are.
this. What
They
are you
are.
talking
Listen,
about?
they are.
We're not starting
It
with
is. We have. Listen, we have to.
literally not.
It's
No,
far
we're
more
not.
important. It's far
No,
more
it's
important than this, dude. Because this
It's
is a
not.
fucking glorified
not.
house show part 2.
This is
Listen,
so
let's
stupid.
just
What
we're
is
starting
wrong
right here.
with you?
Listen, we're starting right here.
Can I tell you, more than half the matches on this AEW show
Should not
There's
be
no
on the
reason for him to be
Well,
on
then
the
guess
show.
what? Then you just have to tell me the winner will be right to WWE. Not a big deal. The Elite versus Team AEW. Poor Eddie Kingston. Tears his ACL. He breaks his leg. Did you see the spot yet, BJ? You said you hadn't seen it.
Yeah, I did.
It's brutal. It's like, it's the inverted, like I said, the one, Mike, do you remember, we watched ECW, remember when Sabu's leg hit the guardrail when he was doing like a moonsault on top of the stretcher? And it sounded like an aluminum bat hitting the fucking thing, and it was his shin? It was that, but the inside of his fucking leg. It was brutal.
Can I be honest?
Yeah, it was brutal. Yeah.
I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often.
Yeah, honestly, you're right. I think you're right about that. I'm honestly surprised most of the time that more injuries in wrestling don't happen in
absolutely.
general, to be honest.
It's fucking crazy.
Like Big E's neck break, I am stunned that that's not like more often.
I mean, people land on their fucking head a lot.
I know. I just like, dude, these dudes are fucking crazy.
Dude,
and I know they're like, well, I brace myself and I like land right. Let me say something to you. I'm doing jujitsu and this dude like throws me over his shoulder. I'm falling a foot and a half. And I'm like, ow!
How many times you see people just diving over the top rope and landing on a fucking 1-inch mat outside the fucking ring?
Darby Allin is insane.
Yeah.
Getting out of bed, it hurt. It
insane.
hurt so bad getting out of bed the other day. This motherfucker taking plate glass. No, thank you.
Dude, all I do is sit and it hurts.
Holy shit. Okay, so Daniel Bryanson, FTR, and now Darby Allin back. He said, forget Everest. I'm climbing my own Everest in this match.
He got hit by a bus.
Yeah.
After he...
I'm starting to think this dude is starting to milk it. Like, I'm starting to think this dude's doing shit on purpose.
I kind of think he did get hit by a bus on purpose.
I kind of like...
It seems like a thing he would do.
It does. If he was on a skateboard and he, like, jumped in front of it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It seems like something where he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go jump in front of that fucking bus. Bam!
I don't think we should peddle this theory, but...
Why? It's harmless. No one listens.
He ain't listening.
Yeah.
Crazy recovery time. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean...
How is he wrestling in this fucking match?
Well,
shouldn't he be going after Bullet Club Gold, who injured him?
To be fair, this isn't really going to be a match.
Yeah, it's not a match at all. It's anarchy in the arena. It's going to be fucking nuts. It's going to be shit show city. And he's going to hit his high spot with his broken foot, and then he's going to go climb Mount Everest.
This is the main event, right?
It has to.
I would assume so.
Because Swerve's just going to beat Christian. You know that. Christian's there for a fucking short time, not a long time. So Swerve definitely wins. So if you're going to do... And like you have the biggest storyline in wrestling. It has to main event. You know what I mean? It is. This is their Roman Reigns. My question,
by the way, this storyline has progressively gotten worse, like you said it wouldn't.
Not true at all. I mean, listen, there's nothing they could foresee in terms of the injury. It is what it is.
It's not about the injury at all. It's not.
Wait, you mean Eddie Kingston getting hurt is why this is not as
It's because the Elite desperately needs like a fucking leader because the Young Bucks are not believable at all in that role and they completely suck. They do. They completely fucking suck. And they should not be featured.
It's
as
100%
like the main
inaccurate.
thing
You've always hated them. They always talk shit.
I've always been right.
You've always been a crybaby about it. That's fine. I get it. Oh, I also, by the way, everybody yells at me, so I'm going to try to be quieter when I argue with Mike because people are like,
what do you care if
you
people
just
yell at you?
yell at him and he just yells back. Yeah, no shit. What kind of I say to you, fucking dope?
I thought it was pretty hypocritical of AEW to run an angle where someone gets fired.
Why is that?
Because they're all about like, oh, we really don't fire people and this and that.
No one's ever said.
So you remember Tony just fired a bunch of people?
No, I know that.
We all deserve. He didn't. He let contracts run up, and they all deserved it.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Listen.
One of the guys was injured, by the way.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Be better. Yeah. One of your best abilities is availability. So who you got? How's it shake out, Mike?
Tagline.
I have to assume it's the Elite. I mean, this angle is pretty much DOA as it is
Not
anyways,
true at all.
but if you want to keep it going,
for a hater,
you've got to have the Elite win here. FTR, Danielson, Darby Allin, it's not an actual team. It's just, a bunch of dudes coming together to fight against the Elite. So if they lose, it's really not a big deal. If the Elite lose in their first, big match together, that's a very big deal. So they obviously have to win.
Mike, thank you. BJ?
Yep.
The Elite obviously has to win. I have no concerns about them winning. I have no issue with them winning.
Does
in an
anybody
obvious
interfere?
match,
Does
right?
anybody come to their side? Do they grow in numbers?
To the elite side, I personally
Hangman?
would not do that yet. I don't think this is the angle you need, or the time that you need to do that just yet, because you need to establish that they're a dominant force, right? So have it be that those four do that in a match with Danielson in it. He's, everyone's favorite. I think they should basically fucking like murder Darby Allin. No, like throw him off the top of like the fucking set, something where it's just like, holy shit, they're so dastardly, they killed Darby Allin.
So he's Kenny?
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God, you killed Darby!
Yeah, that would actually be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Who do we think the Elite's leader should be? Because they need one.
I don't think he's there yet, if I'm honest.
Like, they're going to sign him?
No. I just don't know. I don't know who it is yet. I mean, I think there's a bunch of guys.
Like MJF.
I mean, a great
but I
story
don't
would
think,
be MJF.
Yeah, MJF.
But I don't see them bringing him back as a heel. I
What
guess.
What about abandoning ship on the Kingdom thing or whatever, and then you just have, and they could be loosely affiliated, Adam Cole.
Yeah, I mean, I think Adam Cole makes sense because
he's already in the Elite, you know what I mean? So like, and he's a great mouthpiece, and that gives him a lot of his credibility back. I think there's a lot of, I mean, you could have Kenny Omega come back and say, listen guys, I know it looked like he hit me with a cement pillar. So you thought.
I'm gonna say no on that one.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
Yeah. So yeah, the Elite wins obviously here, but
Christian would be a good leader.
Yeah, I don't think he needs it though, and I don't think they need. I think
he doesn't, but he's like a great mouthpiece.
Yes, but I think
the Elite needs something.
Yeah, I don't think it's Christian though. Christian is a mainstay.
If you think Christian,
I don't think it brings the credibility up. To be honest with you, I don't. No, I don't.
It would also then lead to Copeland joining Team AEW, which is Raw speech, and you can continue Christian and Adam Copeland.
What if they beat Edge into joining them?
The Young Bucks did bring out Christian and say this is going to be your opponent's Swerve. So like, why would they do that otherwise?
I mean, they could also just be like, we hate fathers, and I'd be like, this is good. This is what we want. So I don't know. They
need some kind of addition, like. Because people are not invested in what they're giving you right now.
Well, nobody's. You say be patient. You say let it play out all the time, and then you don't. So I'm loving it so far, and like I said, I do think they're going to add somebody, and I'm very excited for it.
So you think it's going to have another pay-per-view?
That I can't say. I don't know if I think I'm with Mike in that I wouldn't have to rush it. I think just giving them the win here, the four of them win convincingly, but then like the AEW staff,
he's on a lot of drugs.
Really start pushing them and stuff like that, and they start bashing into them, and like we got to grow our numbers or we're never going to survive, and then they bring in somebody big. So,
if I recall correctly, Anarchy in the Arena is just a one fall finish has to take place in the ring, and it's not like Stadium Stampede. They can go all over, but it's not Stadium Stampede.
No, I think it has to happen in the ring.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I remember last time like D-Bry got hit in the head with a fucking like brick or some shit like 20 times and kicked out and that kind of thing.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Swerve Strickland.
I am looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage for the AEW Championship. Christian Cage has been fire throughout this whole process. I love him so much. And honestly, I love Swerve and what he's doing. He is a convincing face at a time where there's not many, and I enjoy that. So I think that Swerve just wins here pretty much.
Yeah, Swerve just wins. I mean, I think the whole thing with Christian is they're just trying to get him a very credible first challenger to beat where it's going to mean something to beat him. And
it will. This will.
Probably Christian is their best option for that. So, but I honestly don't really see it extending past this pay-per-view probably. So I think Swerve just wins the match.
You guys mentioned it. Maybe Swerve's who gets involved for, since Danielson's probably going to be taking time off. Besides the retirement, he's like, my neck's broken, my fucking wheels is shaking. So
I feel like maybe he wasn't, but I felt like maybe he was making that up about his fucking neck. But
you never know. Dude is always working me. I feel like this guy's Hulk Hogan, man. You know what I mean?
A little kayfabe.
So you get Swerve leading Team AEW, like you said. You get the World Championship involved with the main event storyline. You get him like representing AEW, even maybe begrudgingly, but Elite can eventually take it from him too. And have hold all control in the company. So, Swerve wins. PJ?
I still think for Team AEW it would make sense for Will Ospreay to be the guy, really push him as a strong babyface for them.
Yeah, that's a great idea, too.
Swerve and Christian, very much
So
looking
many
forward to that.
options. So great.
That's going to be an amazing match. Obviously, Swerve wins, but I love that it's like, at All In last year, they were tag teaming. Now they're going after they're fighting for the championship. So I love that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's full circle shit like that AEW rewards its fans. And honestly,
Right,
I will say this. No, it's true. AEW does reward its fans for knowing and paying attention to the content. It's very well known. That's why I love it so much. One of the reasons why I love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this. WWE doing a much better job in recent months of doing that.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
Referencing back
I feel
to
so rewarded to be
more,
a WWE
more
fan.
than 30 seconds ago. You know what I mean? Like, I basically always used to say, if it happened more than like 6 weeks ago, WWE's like it didn't happen. They just wouldn't reference stuff like that.
If that.
And they also give us little Easter eggs, like in every fucking backstage segment now, which is awesome.
I mean, it's something AEW's been doing since 2019, but yeah, great job getting on board with it. Mercedes Moné, Mike Chiari's GOAT, against Willow Nightingale for the AEW TBS Championship. Mike Chiari, I'll start with you. Does your GOAT win gold?
Yes. I mean, I cannot imagine a scenario where you have her lose her first match. You've already done a pretty horrible job working her in by waiting this long to have a match. I understand
Unless
maybe
she's not
it
cleared, then what are you talking
Again,
about?
I was just getting to that. Maybe it's because of that. But if that's the case, then I would have waited a little longer to introduce her, because it really did come across like a Bret Hart showing up in WCW type thing, and he's not allowed to wrestle yet, so let's just have him fucking do nothing for 3 months. That's kind of what it felt like. This is where she shines.
You're such a piece of shit.
This is where she shines. It's not in the fucking having her cut like 1,000 promos. This is where she shines, is in the ring. So I have no doubt this will be a great match. I like her a lot. I like Willow a lot. Looking forward to the match, but I mean, I can't see a way that you would have Mercedes lose this match. So she wins. My concern then is, are they going to keep Willow's momentum going after this, even in a loss, or is she going to fade into the background, as is what usually happens in the AEW Women's Division?
PJ? Very stupid, by the way. All the things you say, very ignorant and stupid.
Okay.
I am a little torn.
Thank you, Cinnamon. Appreciate it.
I am
She's
a
pissed.
little.
Cinnamon's pissed. She is AEW through and through. I remember her talking about
Absolutely not.
She was. And we talk about the Jacksonville COVID days all the time. Go ahead.
Jacksonville COVID days. I am a little torn this because Willow just won a championship, and they have been pushing her quite a bit over the past year or so. She's a big fan favorite now. Everyone really likes her. I'm a big fan of her. Mercedes is great. Match would be really good. So I'm a little torn if they would have her lose a championship, but my assumption is that they just gave Willow the championship for Mercedes to win it in this feud. Mm-hmm. And like looking at the rest of the card, I don't foresee a lot of title changes. So I'm going to say that Mercedes wins.
Yeah, I think it makes sense from a title change perspective in the sense of like you got to do a couple on the show to make a big deal. And like I said, this is Willow pretty much won because Julie Hart was injured. So they just basically were like, okay, maybe they were going for another story, Mike. And then they hit the audible like it's fucking The Rock, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes. And, here we are now. So, instead of crying about it, why don't you try to enjoy it? You know what I mean?
I don't think that's what happened
she's
at all.
your
but
GOAT,
okay.
but that's fine, right?
Yeah, she's the GOAT women's in-ring wrestler of all time, of course.
Mercedes Moné. There you go. So
Yeah.
she's going to win the championship here.
Yes.
Speaking of former WWE superstars, Edge, Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black. 2 questions for you, Mike. One, who you got and how's it shake out? Those are 2 questions alone. Number 1, is this...
Good
so
math.
4 questions. Is this the beginning of a new Malachi Black? And is Adam Copeland doing a better Judgment Day?
Doing a better Judgment Day?
Yeah, is he going to be...
In the
with
sense
House
of what?
He's joining House of Black.
Oh, no, I don't think that's
Because
happening.
he ran through Buddy and Brody, and now he's working on Malachi. And,
Sure.
Now he can become best friends with them since he's earned their respect. And then now he can become part of Judgment Day.
No, I don't think any of that's happening.
Coward.
I am looking forward to this match, though. Always been an Edge fan. Long been an Malachi Black fan.
There you go.
So I think this is going to be an awesome match. Barbed wire steel cage. We'll see what that entails. So that should be pretty interesting.
I think it entails barbed wire and steel cage.
But I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. Is it like at the top, or is the whole fucking cage covered in barbed wire?
I thought it would be the whole cage.
Maybe.
No,
maybe
just
not.
the top, just the top, like prison. Just
Are there going to be
not
tiny
frozen.
little like bottle rockets that blow up at the end? We don't know.
That's fair.
Coward. That match
but-
was great until that incident.
But anyways, I honestly think that Adam Copeland just wins this match. Malachi Black, to me, I mean, I'm glad that he's finally getting a fucking singles push for the first time in 2-3 years, whatever it's been. Ever since, basically, he's been a tag team wrestler exclusively since his feud with Cody. That tells you how long ago that was. So it's nice that he's finally getting some work in the singles division and getting to have an actual feud. And I think the match is going to be awesome. But I think the Cope wins. To me, I don't envision Tony putting a title on Malachi Black knowing that this dude is like ready to jet to WWE. As soon
Not
as he
true
gets the
though. I
opportunity.
read a report that said he has an option that could be exercised for additional years.
I read that there's an option that didn't say how many years or anything like that. That I read that the report that there's an option in his contract where WWE or AEW could exercise it. But that's a situation like, do they exercise it knowing they have somebody that doesn't necessarily want to be there, or do they just say, hey, if you don't want to be here, we're not going to exercise it? I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think.
I mean, you should exercise it and keep him there and push him. But who the fuck am I?
Right. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think the Cope just wins.
I disagree. Actually, I think Malachi Black wins the TNT Championship here. You're not gonna have this is the other like big title moment in the match. Actually, there's two more, or one more. There's the 3 title changes I see here. So I'm taking Malachi Black winning this match.
This is my main event. I can't wait for this. These are 2 of my current favorites in wrestling. I think the match is going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to what I perceive to be the main event, Anarchy in the Arena, because those are always fun. But this has the potential for me to be the show stealer. I do think that the Cope just wins, and I could see the House of Black just kind of basically dismantling after this.
Well, that's sad. I hope this is the beginning of a fucking Malachi Black push, not the end of one.
Your comment about
Cindy, relax, baby girl.
your comment about Black's contract option potentially, I just don't foresee Tony saying like, listen, if you really don't want to be here, then I'm just going to keep you for the sake of it. I think he would let him go.
I think he's going to want to try to convince the man by giving him a championship.
I honestly don't know where his head's at with that. Like, I could see it going either
speculate
way.
on that.
I could see him, doing the right thing, doing right by the wrestler and saying, hey, if you really don't want to be here, just go. But I could also see him, he envisions himself in a fucking wrestling war. He says it all the time. And even though it's not reality, so I can envision him being like, oh, I'm not going to let WWE get this guy. And
I mean, Vince did
keeping him
that.
busy.
He did that
Vince
with
did that to
Rico,
everybody
though.
else.
He let Regal go.
Yeah.
He did let Regal go, although that was a little bit different situation, because then Regal couldn't be on TV for a year.
Yeah, because
and
he
it
was
was so he
covering
could be
his
with
own
his
ass.
kid and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But
It was a good look. He did the right thing. Jesus Christ, you can't give anybody credit. You're a fucking pussy, dude.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
the other guy.
Listen,
The other guy.
Malachi Black's wife is in another company. Like, he might just be like, listen, I just want to spend more time with my wife at this point.
I know, I get it. And if she was my wife, I'd be like, I want to spend more time with my wife. You're right about that, dude.
I do think he said that before, and it didn't end up working in his favor. Because there was that whole time, like a year or more ago, where he was, the rumors were coming out about him getting released. He did the whole, like, farewell and waved goodbye as he left and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, and then they
and-
talked him out of it because it was a bad idea.
Don't think that's what happened.
Yeah. Will Ospreay versus Roderick Strong. Will Ospreay wins the championship.
Yeah.
Banger match,
Yeah,
though. Banger match.
I do. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I do feel like the international championship is beneath Will Ospreay at this point of just the
100%.
perception around him. But to have him in the match and then lose, even if it's by like some shady shit, I feel like that would just kind of derail his momentum a bit. So I would just have him win, and then he can kind of just go after like the AEW championship and become like a double champion. Like, just fucking give him the titles. Like,
Just
who cares?
him versus Okada and unify those
Yeah,
championships.
that one too. Like, just fuck it, give him the championships.
My assumption has been that they were going to want to put the AEW title on Ospreay at All In. That's just, it would make a lot of sense to do that.
I
But
mean, listen, you could do title versus title, and he wins both. Like, that would build up the international championship.
they could just absorb it into the AEW title then, since it's
That's
pretty irrelevant.
Labor Day, right?
I think it's like the week before.
Week before.
Labor Day.
Okay.
It's still in August.
It's at the end of August.
I know they moved one. To
They moved
September 7th.
all
I think that's the
out
report.
to the following week.
Yeah. Okay. So.
So instead of one after another, it's like one and then a week off and then the other one.
I just.
Which
feel
is still way too much, by the way. But
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
better than
I
back to back.
always agree with that, man. Don't move one or the other. Figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Combine them. Just make it the same show. I don't know what to tell you. Let's go. Tony Storm versus Serena
All
Deeb.
out and all in.
Oh shit! All in and out. Holy shit! Hold on. There's a couple walking by my house right now. I got out of the truck the other day and I burped real loud and they both looked at me and I laughed. I was like, oh shit, right? And I came out the other night drinking a beer and I burped real loud walking out the door and they were staring at me and I was like, oh fuck, these people think I'm disgusting, dude.
Honestly, sounds like they're the creeps.
Honestly,
They're
dude.
your
Why are they always out there?
Lee Trevino and fucking Happy Gilmore. Every time Happy Gilmore something fucked up, Lee Trevino's just standing there.
It's 100% true. They just walk by. They're always walking by because they think they're getting in better shape. They're like a husband and wife. And I'm just being here disgusting, and they're like, oh my god, this guy, dude. Holy shit. Tony Storm, Serena Deeb. There's no way in fuck Deeb's winning, so, right?
Not at all.
Nah, good technical match, though. This should be a good
Sure, I'm sure the match will be good. It's just so weird to do this on the pay-per-view, but that's fine.
I have no issue with this one on the pay-per-view. I have an issue with a couple other ones on the fucking pay-per-view.
I would say fucking 5 through 9 are all not really making sense to even need to be on the pay-per-view.
No,
but,
No, I would have Will Ospreay on the pay-per-view.
And
I would
Tony
have him on the
Storm.
pay-per-view, but this was just like a random, I won a fucking 30-person match and became number one contender, and 2 weeks later I'm going to face you for the title.
Yeah, it's terrible follow-up for
Right.
winning the great.
That's
Listen,
my
if it's the ends justify the means. So, just remember that.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
I wouldn't
Yes, it
say
does.
so.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, you do. You do it all the time. And then we have Chris Jericho versus either Hook, Shibata, or Brian Keith for the FTW Championship. You want to know a cool fact? Our buddy Anthony Musso, Mike, you met him at the Buffalo show, right? He's actually done a WWE video for our gaming channel. He works for a local federation, a bunch of local federations, and he fought Brian Keith recently.
Cool.
Nice.
So, I mean, that means he must be good enough to be, like, in that same conversation. So let me hear it. We got friends in high places, baby.
AEW should sign him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will at some point.
Yeah. Go viral, bud.
Hey, if he can get work like as a WWE extra one time, Tony will be all over him.
You're a mark. You're a mark. So who
I
is
can't
it?
believe we.
I don't think
Who
Brian
got-
Keith's going to be Trish Jericho's opponent here.
I think it's going to be Hook, and I think Hook wins.
I would assume it would be Hook.
I agree with Dominic.
You think Hook and Hook wins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Hook and Jericho wins because they're really gung-ho about building up this learning tree character. And he, even made his own fucking FTW title pretty much. So I doubt he's going to drop it already. I'd be surprised.
Yeah, but just beat Hook.
Yeah, going to do it again. Bury the kid.
Well, that
Well, I mean,
sucks.
if he's jumping ship like a coward, bury his ass. Ricky Starks, you can't figure out what's going on with you, Mark? Sit down, you fucking bitch. Green
You know
ass
the most
going-
hilarious choice to be the leader of the Elite would be? Chris Jericho.
I mean, if you want heat,
That's what I said before.
if you want heat,
Did you say Jericho? Well,
Yes,
I could see it.
Steam Heat. John Moxley versus Takeshita. In
this
a
should-
Why are you having
eliminator.
an eliminator match on the pay-per-view?
What the?
Why can't
fuck?
this just be for the title?
Do you know why? Because it was for the title, and it's not allowed. They said not allowed.
What? Who?
New
Japan?
New Japan, because he's DDT. Not allowed.
He's not with DDT anymore.
He was a DDT wrestler. He chose them over New Japan. There's hard feeling. I'm just saying what I heard from the people I talked to.
You don't talk to anybody.
The reason
Nobody will talk to you.
Takeshita is for this turned into this is because they said they don't even want him having a title shot. So that's.
But then making an eliminator makes me think maybe
That's not
Takeshita
what Mel
wins.
says.
No, I mean, listen. Believe it or not, I don't really care what Dave Meltzer says. I don't give a single shit.
Mel says because they've already advertised Moxley against, I think, maybe Evil, somebody.
He is
in-
against
in
Evil
this-
next show.
Right, and so because of that, then they don't want it to be so obvious that Moxley would win. So they don't want to.
I mean, I
have
still think Mox
this
is
for the
winning anyways.
championship.
Mox
but-
is winning anyway, all of it. So, just whatever.
I'm just saying
This
what-
match will
what
be
your
a
board
bang.
says.
This match will be a banger. I agree that it's kind of weird and thrown together here. The stuff with Mox being just an IWGP Championship guy here. If you're gonna be hamstrung by what New Japan wants you to do, let him drop the title. He's more valuable than that. He's more valuable than the title, so get it off him if it's going to do shit like this. So.
I mean, New Japan deserves to have fucking something at this point. They lost all the wrestlers.
Well, no offense to them. That's their fucking prerogative. They were only over there because there was no true alternative in the United States anyway.
There was. There is.
No.
For Okada?
No. Okada and Okada chose AEW because the money's better, I assume. And he's also probably looking for a new challenge.
So he's sold out.
I'm better than Tanahashi, and he is.
Wow.
He is.
Current Tanahashi?
All Tanahashi. I would say that prime
All time?
Tanahashi and prime Okada's better. Yep. So did you have Mox wins, right? Everybody says Mox wins?
Yeah.
I know you guys don't care.
Whatever.
I know you guys don't. Speaking of that, Orange Cassidy. Guys, I know you don't care
This
about
should
it.
not be on the fucking
No.
pay-per-view.
Here's where I
Nobody
disagree.
cares that Trent Beretta ended Chuck Taylor's career.
That's not true.
Sorry.
If you are a AEW loyalist, this is one of the best stories being told in AEW right now, very honestly. So you could say, listen, you could say
He
you
just
don't follow
randomly
the
did
product.
it because
such
Chuck
a
Taylor
long
couldn't wrestle
show,
anymore.
dude.
That's literally what
It
happened.
doesn't
They
need to
forced
be.
it. No, look, listen, take that out for a second. This is, and I watch additional content. I watch stuff on YouTube. I watch additional AEW content. This story, I'm very interested in. I like the Best Friends, I always did. This is a good story for me. I am invested in this. So while I can understand where you're coming from, you saying it shouldn't be on the pay-per-view, it's going to be too long anyway, I believe that this deserves this stage because as one of the best stories going in AEW, maybe it's not well known or well liked by some people. I enjoy it, and anyone who's been an AEW fan for a long time, this is a big deal. So I do believe it deserves to be.
Listen, I understand that, but the show is just way too long. And now that they have a pay-per-view pretty much every single month, it's just too long.
Dude, I like it. I like it long, man. I'm sorry.
No, you don't.
I do.
You
I
really
like it long,
complained
dude.
last month.
I like it long. I'm doing
You
the
don't.
fucking.
You
I'm
lie
doing the
and say
gritty.
you do.
I'm doing the gritty right now. I like it
You
long.
would like a
I'm
more
long.
manageable dong.
No, see, that's a
You put.
defeatist dong attitude. That's a small dong. That's small dong energy, dude.
Little
So
green
yes.
energy.
So I'm gonna say
Orange
that.
Cassidy wins.
Listen, and you know me. You guys know me. I don't do this whole dumb shit that you do. Like, this is going to be one of the greatest matches of all time.
You do it all the time. You say this
is
is going to be one of the best pay-per-views.
This could be one of the best
You
pay-per-views
said this
of
is
all
the
time.
most important pay-per-view.
It is the most
in
important
AEW
pay-per-view.
history.
In AEW history, and it
No,
could
it's
be.
not.
It could be one of their best. I'm
It's
very
one of the
excited.
most least important.
That's not true. It's not true. At a time when they were down, this is their chance to get up, brother. And they're not going to waste it.
I can guarantee you, unless like fucking John Cena or Stone Cold or somebody shows up on this pay-per-view, it's not going to have any impact on people's interest in this product.
That's not true.
It is true.
If
100%
someone
true.
comes
It's
out to help
without
the Elite,
question, undoubtedly true.
if the end of this show equals the Elite taking over the show NWO style, and you
There you
have
have. What are you
no,
talking about?
Nobody will be
I
interested.
mean like.
They've already done it,
No.
and viewership went down.
No, Swerve Strickland's involved. Now you end the pay-per-view in
Swerve.
Melee, and then you have someone debut. Maybe Sting does come back as an authority
Who's debuting?
figure.
Who is that?
You know what I
Who's
mean?
debuting?
So what I'm saying is, you guys, you want John Cena? Guess what? John Cena in an Elite shirt, dude. Come
Can
on,
I ask you a question?
come on.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Undertaker and NWO.
And he was like, I want you to answer this truthfully.
Okay, hold on real quick. I
Okay.
gotta get my serious
He
face
won't.
on.
He won't.
No, I will.
No, I want your truth, Dolly.
Okay, my truth.
real
is
truth.
fine.
Oh, no,
the
don't
real
say
truth.
his truth. Say the truth.
No, I want
His truth
the
is way different from the truth.
If John Cena debuted in AEW, would you like him?
So here, no,
That's
here,
yes.
no, here's the
That's
deal.
yes.
Here's the deal. Yes.
He's trying to spin his
Yes,
truth
no,
right now.
the answer is yes, but it's because that move would take so much balls. It would take such a it would be so crazy. John Cena joining the Elite in the main event would be the crazy. That would be the single.
I'm afraid I even. I regret mentioning this.
It would be the single craziest thing that ever happened in wrestling.
I agree with that.
Besides maybe the Benoit murder, if you're like just talking about the whole.
But that's
scope of
not.
it.
That's not.
But I'm
that's
from
In
a
a wrestling ring.
In a wrestling,
Yeah.
like that would be the craziest thing ever.
Mhm.
And you know what I just realized, Mike? You just put it out there in the ether. You've now dropped that seed, my friend, and let me tell you something. It's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. It's gonna end up going to John Cena. John Cena's gonna hear it. He's gonna put it on his fucking Instagram with a funny video thing, like here, me in NWO shirt, right? And then blam, Tony's about to make that shit happen. Come on, dude. What channel was Wipeout on? TBS?
I think so.
Full circle. Full circle. Come on, dude. If Edge can go, John can go. Edge is going to be like, come on, bud. You love it over here. You love us. Okay, let's go on to... By the way, prediction for star... Oh, wait, did WWE match get 5 stars? Did we say this?
Cody and AJ.
That got 5 stars, right? You gave it 5 stars.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there you go. It's big. I mean,
I find it funny. Like, Cody and AJ was a great match. I thought it was awesome.
Not 5 stars.
To give that 5 stars, and then I got a fucking list of about 100 matches that should have been 5 stars in WWE that you didn't give 5 stars. So
2 words, you ignorant fucking bitch. Crowd reaction, dude. It was in France.
He doesn't care about crowd reaction. He only cares if it benefits giving an AEW match a higher rating.
It's not true. He had to be
time he cared.
He's literally staying true to his own words right here, dude. And
he gave The Rock and Hollywood Hogan, like 2 stars or some shit?
And match
so he
blue.
doesn't care about crowd
match
reaction.
blue.
Didn't.
Can I just read off the star ratings real quick? Because there's only 5 matches, right?
Oh,
You said
sure.
5 stars to that, right?
Sure.
3 stars to the women's tag team match. All the other ones got 4.5 stars. The opener, the tag team match, 4 3/4. Donnie came on immediately after this pay-per-view aired and said it was one of the worst.
Okay, let me just say this from the
It was
bottom
a very
of my
good
heart.
show.
Let me say this from the bottom
I
of
don't
my
care
heart.
about Meltz's ratings.
It
but
was the show was as average as Mike's dong. And Mike,
not.
that might be the nicest thing I've ever said to
serviceable
you.
show.
Serviceable show.
the job done.
Somewhere, Skeeter called it above average. He knows it's not true, but he's still
The
saying
Skeeter
it.
scale, we call that.
On the Skeeter
Nice.
scale, it goes from 1 to
It's
7.
a curve.
It goes
It's not a
from
curve.
it goes
Hey.
from 1 to 7, and I feel almost half of it. So
Dude,
here's the deal.
that's fucked up.
So here's the deal. Number one, I think it's hilarious that when it
joke.
fits your narrative, you source Dave Meltzer against me.
That
shit is
not-
one of
it's
that's
not
one of the
my
most
narrative.
rich.
It's your narrative.
That's like
Can I
saying
tell you a
Everyone
hilarious?
praises Mel.
Pro Football Focus is stupid. Pro Football Focus is the worst. I hate it. Eagles were number 1 on PFF's fucking top list. You're like, wait, what?
Can I
I'm just
tell you a
saying,
funny
you're
tweet I
savior.
read about
Yeah.
Meltz's ratings?
Yeah, please. Sure.
So I read it and it was like they showed the list of every match on AEW from the past week that Meltz graded, and the person's like, so according to Meltz, every match that occurred on AEW programming this past week was better than any match Roddy Piper ever had in his career.
Mhm.
Which, by the way, Roddy Piper against Bret Hart WrestleMania match, that's a 5-star fucking match. I don't know what he gave it, but apparently not 5 stars.
Well, I would argue that Roddy Piper probably didn't like Dave Meltzer.
Nobody does.
I can't say for
Well,
sure.
the Young Bucks do, because he does their bidding, but that's about it.
Well, keep your friends close, your enemies closer. I think it's a smart move.
I mean, I understand the perspective, though.
Of why the Young Bucks have
No,
Dave on
no.
retainer to use and abuse him?
Yeah,
No,
why
like,
you
why
would go?
Meltzer
If I
rating
could, I would
matches-
too.
Of why Meltz would be rating AEW matches higher than anything he gave a Roddy Piper match. It's just a different style of match.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
Roddy
it's flat out
Piper
wrong,
going out-
but
I mean,
actually, it's completely flat out subjective. So fuck you.
so
Yeah.
you think all the matches that happened on AEW the past week was
We're
better
not
than
talking
any
about
match
my
Roddy
thoughts.
Piper
We're
ever
talking
had?
about Dave
Oh,
Meltzer's
okay, gotcha,
thoughts.
gotcha.
We're talking about Dave
Well,
Meltzer's
we're talking
thoughts.
about a biased
Mine are
person.
irrelevant here to this conversation. Dave Meltzer's a paid journalist. People pay him for his opinion. So whether you like them or not, he's quote unquote a field expert. So
He's not.
hey, can I tell you the truth, Mike? I want this to resonate in your fucking empty little dome. He's more of an expert than you'll ever be.
Okay,
Sorry,
that's fine.
bud.
I will say this: it probably applies to almost every Kurt Angle WWE match, and that's pathetic.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
I don't think Roddy Piper is the the bar that we should be having here. I think you should be.
Oh,
doing someone
no.
else.
I'm not
No,
gonna
but Roddy Piper
hold
still
on,
had
man.
some great matches.
I'm not gonna sit here and let you do that, motherfucker. I saw matches between
I'll-
Roddy
Go
Piper and
watch
Briscoe.
Bret and Piper again and tell me
No,
how he could
forget that.
have that rated lower.
Okay, just outside. I have go watch Gerald Briscoe against fucking Roddy Piper.
Or Piper and Valentine dog collar match. I
Yeah,
didn't get 5 stars
how about
for
that match? Okay. I don't know why you're yelling. It's unnecessary for you to yell. So King and Queen in Saudi Arabia, and that's why we're doing it second, because
King
this
and
is
Queen of the Ring.
dick-covered blood money or whatever we said. Now he's got to be friends with Miz again.
Punk forgot about that.
Yeah, no, he's like friends with Miz again. He's like, whoopsie, you might have, whoopsie, the way I said the blood-covered dick money or whatever, sorry.
You've said way worse things to me before and try to be my friend, so.
Oh, well, first off, I don't try to be your friend. I am your friend.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what happens, guys. We saw it. You guys were like hugging me and shit. You're like, hey,
So
you
many
hospitality.
lies.
I'm gonna miss you. I was like,
You were trying to hug us.
Yeah, you literally.
There was no
pulled us
try.
in when we were
There was no
leaving.
try. There was no try. We hugged.
You grabbed us by the collar, like, get over here.
Yeah, it's what jujitsu was
You're
for,
gonna
just so I
hug
could
me.
train to make sure I brought you into me. I'm fucking. You thought it was a joke, but I actually just, you're like, oh shit, he's gonna throw me. It's like, nah, it's
He
fine.
said you said to hug you inside because you didn't want to see those people that walk by you every day and see what you're doing hugging us.
Honestly,
Donnie
dude,
hugged me outside.
yeah, I was gonna say, I definitely would. I'll hug anywhere. Out there, me and Leon in the middle of the road hugging and fucking about to start crying, so I don't give a single shit about my emotions. I got him in check. The King and the Queen in Saudi Arabia. Hopefully everybody makes it out alive or whatever. Remember when
They always do.
Remember when Saudi
When they
Arabia
got
held them
stranded.
hostage?
Yeah, I remember that irresponsible.
That's
lie.
not irresponsible.
was
So many
wild.
people said it, dude.
Vince was like, peace out.
Yeah, Vince is like, I'm dipping on you guys. I hope, and he's like, they're like, where the fuck's our money? And he's like, oh shit, Janelle's
I think he was
got
like,
it.
where the fuck's my money? if
Janelle's
anything.
got it or whatever.
Yeah,
Janelle. Come on.
he doesn't. He didn't pay her.
Yeah. She didn't have
That's
nothing.
what happened.
It was
She
in
only
her
had about
ass.
half of it.
It was in her ass.
What the fuck?
You do that all the time now. Come on. That's like your
Because I just
gimmick.
get offended. at this
Someone
point.
started saying it on
Oh, the Nakamura?
yeah. Nah, he goes, come on.
Yeah,
Every time I
come
say
on.
something really offensive.
That's become
That's
a
not
thing.
a
I
good
didn't even
gimmick.
know.
Yeah. It's a gimmick. All right, guys. King and Queen, Saudi Arabia, nobody gets killed, yada, yada, yada. Gunther against Randy Orton or Tama Tonga. First off, who you got there, Mike? And then who you got in this match, and how does it shake out?
Certainly Randy Orton will beat Tama Tonga, but I do think he's going to pay the price. I think the Bloodline's going to beat his ass because he was kind of calling him out last week, which was an awesome segment, by the way, to close SmackDown. Like, just Randy being a badass, be like, I'm not fucking afraid of the Bloodline. So we get Gunther against Randy against King in the King of the Ring final, which will be fucking incredible. I do believe that that'll be a first time ever match. So very much looking forward to that, but we've said from the start, as soon as Gunther announced, like, I'm going to be in King of the Ring, it's like, okay, this dude's winning King of the Ring. Nothing has changed to make me think otherwise, so Gunther wins King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
PJ?
I do think it would have been cool for Jay and Tama Tonga to face off in King of the Ring final. But like Mike said, we called this from the get-go. That was going to be Gunther. Gunther and Orton's going to be an awesome match. I did not care for the main event of Raw, though. I feel like they did Jay a real disservice in that match. But yeah, Gunther and Orton going to be awesome. Gunther wins.
Yeah. Gunther wins here. Randy Orton gets in there, and I just hope the Gunther King of the Ring run doesn't blow. Right?
I don't think it'll blow because I
I
don't
don't
think
think
he's
he's
going to
gonna
be
do
walking
like
around
the-
with like a fucking crown and cape and
Yeah.
pretend to be a king.
I don't
I
think
hope
he'll do
not.
that.
I hope not. Because from my point of view, I think that this is what you're doing with him until he's ready to win that world title, which I don't know
Yes.
when it is, but this is what you're going to do. So it's got to be something that, like, doesn't kill his momentum. Right? 'Cause
Well, I think this rebuilds his momentum
Yeah, I
because
think
he's already
that's why they're doing this.
yeah.
He's
but-
already
but
looked
the
awesome
run.
in the 3 King of the Ring matches he's had so far.
Yes.
Now he's going to win. He's going to beat Randy Orton, which is massive.
Now his,
He's
but
going
what
to
I'm
be
saying
King of the
is,
Ring, and he could say, like, I'm the ring general, and I'm the King of the Ring, and I'm the fucking best, and he could just keep rolling with it.
all that is sounding
Um,
great, but in theory, that's one thing. In practice, WWE has come up short quite often when it comes to the King of the Ring situation.
But they've never come up short in their presentation of Gunther.
And that's why we're at a crossroads, Mike. And which road will we take? Are we going to keep blowing the story and fuck up Gunther? Or are we going to fix the issue and not fuck up Gunther? So
the King of the Ring, for the most part, has kind of been like dependent on the character, right? Someone like Xavier Woods totally makes sense that he's going to wear the crown. Someone like Stone Cold didn't do that, right? So you don't
Brock
always
Lesnar didn't do it.
Brock didn't do it. So I think Triple H will understand the history of King of the Ring since he wasn't allowed to win it. That he shouldn't.
He did
do
eventually.
It. I did
right?
see. All right. I mean, like 96.
Yeah.
But in I did see that Mel said that between Gunther and Orton, that Orton should beat Gunther for it, and I thought
absolutely
that was hysterical.
not in any fucking way, shape, or form.
Like, why would Randy Orton win this?
He has no need to be King of the Ring.
No, absolutely not. And
Why
he's
would
so
he say
over that. Well, his thing is because he
shit
wants.
I'm talking about. He just says the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life.
Who, me?
For him,
No, Meltz.
Oh,
Meltz
my
said
God.
Randy Orton should beat Gunther.
Listen, Randy,
well,
he
his
is.
thing was that
Dave
Scorpion
is a
told-
fucking expert. I told everybody I wasn't going to yell, but you keep coming at Dave, and I can't handle it.
No, it's terrible. His whole thing is that because Randy should go face Cody, that he should win King of the Ring. But like they have a built-in storyline already.
Why would he need to win King of the Ring to face
And you
Cody?
could also just have the Bloodline fuck Randy Orton up, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's
Exactly, that's
whatever.
what I said.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's whatever. So yeah, the Gunther wins here. And now let's talk about the ladies' side. Ooh, it's ladies' side. Queen of the Ring tournament final. Who you got? How's it shake out? Lia Valkyria against Bianca Belair or Nia Jax? Nia Jax and Jade Cargill. Nia Jax dragging Jade Cargill to a quality match. Really nice ending though with the chair shot. I really like it. Yeah, great stuff. Mike.
By the way, that's the situation where a DQ makes sense and you can advance shit.
No,
People complain about it, but
No one should complain about it because everybody's like, "Ooh,
I agree.
look at the history of wrestling. Look at the history of wrestling." As long as there's been wrestling tournaments, there has been buys because the guy gets beat up, and then you're like, did the heel pay for him not to Mike, what was the old adage? The guy's like, oh man, I got there, all my tires were flat, and my engine wasn't running. And he's like, I missed the first round match, and you're like, you see like the heel over there like running his hands together and shit. Like that was a common thing.
There was
man.
a storyline like that in WCW before where they like did it to Johnny B. Bad.
Yes,
That's
I mean, I was referencing an older one, but yeah, everything.
Didn't we cover that?
Everything
that's why it's like standing out.
Yeah,
to
I'm
me.
pretty sure we covered it.
Yeah, everything is cyclical in wrestling, and that like the good stories are fucking. That's what they are. They're great stories for a reason. So,
But
yeah.
but anyways, you don't have to do DQs and countouts constantly. But if you're doing it to protect somebody, like you did in this case, then I'm totally fine with it. But as much as predictable as I felt like the men's tournament was, like getting to this point, the women's tournament has surprised me a lot. Like my initial thought the entire time was it was going to be Tiffany Stratton in the finals for SmackDown, and then you'd have a babyface on Raw. Probably Lyra.
well, we got to bury that she's racist for a hot minute.
So is that what they're doing? But then when Tiffany lost, I'm like, all right, we're gonna get Bianca versus Io in the final, and that'll be fucking awesome. And then Lyra ends up beating Io. So at this point, I don't think you're gonna do Lyra versus Bianca. I understand it's a tournament, so anything can happen. But typically, you're still going in the babyface versus heel direction for these tournaments. That's usually what you're trying to get to. So I have to believe Nia finds a way to beat Bianca, whether it's a DQ, maybe Jade tries to go after Nia and accidentally gets Bianca DQ'd, something like that. But either way, I think it ends up being Nia versus Lyra, and I think Nia wins Queen of the Ring, and I don't hate that because we've talked about this a lot. Nia's been very good since she returned. She's been better than she ever was before since she returned, and my feeling is if you're gonna have a King of the Ring on Raw, they probably want the Queen of the Ring to be on the other show. And by and large, not always, but by and large, you're generally going to want the King or Queen of the Ring to be a heel because they can do more with that, I feel like. So I think Nia makes a lot more sense. So I think Nia beats Bianca through some underhanded way, and then she beats Lyra in the finals.
Nah, I can't see it. I love Nia Jax. I was right all along about Nia Jax. Glad you guys see it now. It's been disgusting to
What do you
hate
mean?
for so long.
I never hated Nia Jax.
You
We all
guys
like
always
Nia.
She's
scoffed
certainly
at
better
Nia
than
Jax.
she
You guys
was.
said how much she hurt people and all that jazz.
That wasn't
Bunch of
what are you
marks
talking
on
You're talking
the
about
line.
Brian Alvarez.
You guys are a bunch
Don't
of
lump
J
us into that.
Brones.
You're
Bianca
fucking
Belair. Bianca Belair beats Nia Jax and beats Laya, whatever her fucking name is. Laya mid card. Very mid talent she is.
Tell
And,
George that.
it is what it is. I was never impressed with NXT, and I'm not impressed now. Bianca Belair runs circles, and she's Queen of the Ring. BJ?
Mm-hmm. I really wanted Bianca and Jade in the SmackDown finals. I know, like, it's like, all right, set that up for, like, a big match down the line, but we did see that in the Cruiserweight Classic with DIY, and we love that. Like, it's a little nice tidbit for what could be a future storyline. So I want to see that. But I liked what they did on SmackDown, like you guys said, with the DQ. I agree with Donnie. Bianca wins Queen of the Ring. She's been booked pretty terribly overall for the most part since, like, SummerSlam, I feel like. She didn't have a great storyline heading into WrestleMania. I think this would be huge for her to win.
Good. Lyra, mid or no?
I think in the ring she's good, but otherwise
okay.
mid.
She's not my favorite.
Okay, there you go.
I know
I
George
think
is
she's
crying right now.
Not really
She's
got
fine.
any character. Doesn't cut good promos. Really.
I'll say this, Donnie.
Mhm.
We went to NXT TakeOver in Philly, right? There was only one person in the entire arena rooting for Lyra, and that was George Cruz.
Donnie.
Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why I truly can never get behind her? Before you go to your point, Mike, I'm sorry, but
Okay. Is it because her name is almost like Taya Valkyrie?
Yes.
You always complain about
because
that. Okay.
I hated.
It is very similar.
Because when Taya Valkyrie was doing her thing, this lady came out. I was like, quick glance. If I look quick, I'm like, that's Taya. What the fuck? Wait, what? Like, and don't do that to me.
Looks
That's
nothing like Taya.
No, I'm talking about words on paper. Like when I look at the schedule,
glancing at the words.
I hate that. I hate it. Your thoughts?
So at Stand and Deliver, we're there, 18,000 strong in the Wells Fargo Center.
Mm-hmm.
Roxanne Perez is the heel.
Mm-hmm.
Lyra Valkyria is the babyface.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, everybody fucking chanting for Roxanne, wanting Roxanne to win so bad. Like thunderous "Let's go Roxy" chants, and then we're sitting next to George, and literally it's like one man. It's like, "Let's go Lyra."
No,
I was like laughing my ass off.
No.
Yes.
Give him his just
And he
desserts, dude. They're saying, let's go, Roxy. He's like, let's go! Ah! He is
Not
losing
even,
his
because
voice.
he was almost embarrassed.
He was shy about
Yeah.
He was
it.
being shy?
He knew.
Yeah.
He just knew what was happening.
That's cute.
Because he was so embarrassed, like, he's like, my girl is just, like, outnumbered here.
Well, it's because I think she's got the personality of a squid.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
fucked
that
up.
is what it is.
Yeah, it's fucked up to the squid.
Yeah.
He's like, I got a great personality. You should hear me. I got yucks for days. Becky
That's your
Lynch.
squid impersonation.
Yeah, it is.
It's not worth delving into any further than that.
I put googly eyes on it. That's what it sounds like in my head. Leave me alone. Yeah, I'm a squid. My name is Jeffrey. Jeffrey the squid.
You sound like the fucking dude on the Island of Misfit Toys.
Ah,
I'm a Charlie in the box.
I thought I was going to be an octopus, but they only gave me 6 arms instead.
You sound like Snagglepuss. That's what you sound like.
Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. Undisputed WWE Championship. So the U.S. Championship's not on the line, right?
No,
Nope.
Logan was like, I am not fucking signing off on that bullshit, Cody Rhodes.
So, way to just announce shit too. They did champion.
Well, they
champion
never
versus
announced
champion.
it.
I know, but they said champion versus champion, which means it's fuck. As soon as they said champion versus champion, I thought Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. Don't tell me different. I don't want to hear. So they made a oopsie poopsie. They switched it up. Now we're
I
here,
don't think
and
that's
now
the case at all.
Cody Rhodes just simply wins.
Cody was always going to simply win, and he will simply win here. Match should be fucking great though. Logan Paul, I know you hate him for no real reason, Donnie, but
Not true. He's a total piece of shit in real life. So
it's truly amazing, like, how quickly he's taken to it. Like, his matches are always great, and at first he was having a tough time, mic work-wise and character-wise. I think it was when they were trying to kind of make him a babyface. But when he committed to being a heel, he's been awesome. Like, he's
genuinely dislikable. Yes.
Right, there you go. And he's done a great job, and he's leaned into
It's
it.
X-Pac heat, dude.
I'm looking forward to this match, but I mean, I think Cody obviously just wins this match.
BJ?
Yep, super predictable. It'll be a good match, but very predictable. There's nothing more to say.
Yeah, we shouldn't be giving Saudi Arabia good shows. I just want that on the record. We should be giving like for all the injustices they've done to women's, to people who everybody do it. Listen, no one understands the delicacies of diversity more than me.
Uh-huh.
I actually think this is a good card.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Yeah, you also got fucking
and
a
only
tramp
5
stamp
matches.
that says WWE insert here.
I mean, we haven't even gotten to the banger of the night yet.
Yeah, which is Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan
That is
Gunther
not
and
for
Randy
the
Orton.
Women's World Championship.
Gunther and Randy's banger of the night number 2.
Liv Morgan beats Becky Lynch for the championship here.
I do agree with that. We kind of had a little debate a couple weeks ago. Like, are they going to let it go one more pay-per-view, or is Liv just going to win here? I think Liv just wins here. Like, the scuttlebutt is about, like, maybe Becky taking some time off to, finalize her contract or whatever. Like, I don't think there's any doubt she's going to sign a new contract with WWE if she hasn't already.
Ooh,
Seth
yo,
already
fuck
did.
John Cena, the leader of the Elite, Becky Lynch, dude.
Honestly, they could use that.
She flies from Saudi Arabia to Vegas.
Spits in Vince. Yo, she brings like a fucking the championship and she drops it in the trash can. Shit, yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about, man.
I love that.
So now you have her winning.
Anything that you could think of to make AEW actually good is just never going to happen.
I will just tell you.
It's just what Tony does. Let me just take this WWE star and insert them here.
No, I was gonna say I'm a lot like
it's
Tony.
not about storylines or anything
I'm a lot like
else.
Tony. I'm fantasy booking. What can you say, dude? If this was 2K, I might download it and do it myself.
Liv wins. I just hope that she improves on the mic after she becomes champion. But I do like the little Easter eggs they're leaving behind, like her and Dominic crossing paths and her and Finn crossing paths. Like, Rhea's gonna show up and be fucking pissed and wreck shit when she's healthy.
Yeah, she's coming back.
She's coming back as a massive baby face.
She's coming back as the babyface without a doubt. She's lost her man, her home. She's fucking out there on the street. Oh, she's fucking lost her title. She's gonna be coming out like fucking hellfire. That's exactly what you want. You got the stage is set.
Yep. By the way, this is called fucking George of the Ring. This pay-per-view. He's got a Lyra match, a Liv Morgan match, and a Cody match.
Well, guess what? They are literally he's their target demographic. They're like, listen, this one guy buys all the shirts. We gotta appease him. What does he want? Listen, Trips, he's got these fucking, here's the wrestlers. He's just like, oh, Jesus Christ. You got one of these perverts in the house, huh?
He's gonna be so mad in 5 days when he listens to this.
Yeah. Love you, buddy. He wants to wrestle War 92, by the way.
Okay, he was serious about that.
Yes, there you go.
PG, what do you got in this match?
When the whole Battle Royale happened, I said that Liv should have just won. But when Becky won, you guys all said, like, hey, you have her win so that she can then go put over Liv Morgan. So I think that's just what happens here, right? And, like, Donnie was a little off maybe on his mathematics for when Becky was going to take time off for a contract situation. Maybe you just get that here.
Yeah. I have never been one to
he was just going by what Melt said.
That's not, listen, man, you can say whatever you want. Listen, you're right. No, you're right, because I'm aggregating the news where I get it from, but I have a couple sources where I get it from where I trust them.
No, you don't!
I do. I really do.
Dave
Meltzer's my source of finding information.
Gotcha. I thought you were.
If I'm writing an article and I'm writing about something I read from Dave Meltzer, I'm sourcing Dave Meltzer. He's my source. I'm not saying I
not a good source, by the way.
Literally the top expert in the field, more respected than Mike Chiari, just for the record.
I wouldn't agree with that because nobody either.
That's
respects
not true.
Nobody respects or disrespects me.
That's
except you.
No,
you disrespect me.
Yeah, that's
There's probably more disrespect then because of Donnie.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely associated with me a lot.
That's not what I meant, but yeah, that's true too.
People are like, "Who's that piece of shit behind that piece of shit?"
That,
and you're like, "Oh man."
I just meant that you don't respect Mike, and so therefore there's more disrespect towards Mike.
Oh, nah, I do. I would protect Mike.
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, right. I
bosom?
watched you fucking roll right the fuck out of that area with that ticket sadness in your eyes. And I said, listen, get over here, Leon. Give him my ticket. Give the kid my ticket. If you're like a victim, you're like a Make-A-Wish kid. I said,
That's not really what happened at all.
I was like, make the kid's dreams come
That's
true,
not what
man.
happened at all.
And I said, it's not a big deal. I don't mind, dude. I don't mind making a kid's dreams come
I
true.
mean,
I'll
I
get
was
in
the
there.
one that got scammed in the first place.
I will
so.
tell you from the bottom of my heart. You guys
We
are
all
like,
got
we're all gonna fucking go in there, right? And
We're not
all,
talking about this. It's really
no,
depressing.
we're all gonna go in. No, we're all gonna go in there, and we're gonna blend you in with us. I knew right away when I looked around at the people that I was walking in those doors with. I knew you albatrosses were gonna bring me down. So
I promise you that's not what happened. What happened was he was
off.
just high out of his fucking mind that he just like wandered off.
And then he beat all you guys to the suite.
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
Because I'm good at this shit. I am a fucking degenerate through and through. Guys, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, and Bronson Reed for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn just wins here, right? Because I kind of got the feeling yesterday's that Chad Gable has something to say about that.
Well, Chad Gable's not winning here, but he will win in the future. Basically, Chad Gable beat Sammy in a non-title match on Raw because Otis, like, reluctantly helped him. Basically, Gable's, like, fucking berating Otis and berating Tozawa and Maxine, telling them they're fucking worthless pieces of shit. The type of leadership you get from, like, a Donald Wood, maybe.
Yo, guess what? He got results.
He did, unlike you.
So let me just say, it's working.
So Otis, like, reluctantly helped him, and then Sammy said after, is like, I mean, you're better than that, Otis. Like, I know that that's not the person you are, and Otis, like, apologized. And then they're laying out the breadcrumbs. Like, Gable was just, like, having a talk with the Creed brothers backstage. It was only for, like, a couple seconds, and he's like, all right, yeah, I'll cut you later. What's going to happen here is Otis and Tozawa and Maxine, they're going to end up costing Gable this match. Sammy will retain. But this is going to be kind of the impetus for Gable to dump all of them. He brings in the Creed brothers. He brings in Ivy Nile. He's basically, the leader of that group now. That's a new Alpha Academy. And he's going to use that to eventually be the one to beat Sammy for the IC title. But it's not happening here. Yeah.
It's honestly would be a super fun little stable that could wreak havoc in the secondary storyline department of WWE. Love it.
In terms of the wrestlers I'm enjoying most right now, Gable's absolutely top 5.
Yeah, he's
just
been
for his
awesome.
all around everything.
The Creed brothers are good. Ivy Niles, whatever. But if you're gonna get her involved, I get it. It's fine if you got her, and it's all
Ivy Niles got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's whatever to me. She's never really had anything. I'm just not impressed. I mean, I'm impressed physically. Shit's crazy. But it's if you're looking for a Bianca Belair, that she ain't.
I'm not looking for her to be Bianca Belair.
Okay.
No one's Bianca Belair.
No.
Don't be an asshole. So yes, I like that.
That's a good storyline.
Yeah, I like that.
It's fun.
I was gonna go with Chad Gable possibly winning here, but because you said all those words in the order you did like that, I'm gonna go with that one instead.
Thanks, man.
I wouldn't like for Sammy to lose so quickly, to be honest.
No, he's not going to lose yet. But I really do think Gable's the guy that beats him.
Listen, if he says
maybe at SummerSlam,
bump out that.
Oh wait, maybe in fucking Canada, Money in the Bank.
That could be too.
What Canadian city is that in?
Toronto.
Ooh, Toronto and Montreal not friends.
Close enough to Montreal.
Yeah, but I mean they're not friendly. They don't like each
but
other particularly.
But yes, but they still cheer for Sammy there.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah, it is in Toronto.
It's whatever. Toronto's Mike's home away from home.
Not really, yeah.
And then, yeah, it is. You bootleg.
I haven't
alcohol.
been there in quite a while.
Bootleg alcohol, so don't even tell me any different.
Huh.
Nice.
Bootlegging Labatt Blue across the border.
Yeah, you're like, I bootlegged a 6-pack, but it was actually a 4-pack by the time we got to the border.
Got it from the duty free.
He said duty. So yeah, I think this is 5. You're right. This is a shorter show.
This will be the better show for sure.
I mean, I can't say that because again, this is mid-card city with fucking predictable. This is like Backlash Junior. It really is. I feel like at least with AEW, you feel like there's title changes. They're gonna make it's gonna be a big deal. There's only
do you mean? We just
5
said that Liv was gonna
pay-per-views.
win.
Really, only 5 pay-per-views.
I feel like the AEW every match on the fucking card is predictable.
I feel like, yeah, because
I think we were all in agreement on everything that was going to happen.
Yeah, because it's sometimes predictable is the correct way.
Okay, but it's going against what you just said.
No, I'm
Except
saying
for the
I'm
FTW
saying in
championship.
terms of like this is house show shit because this is
Gotcha. Let's back
basically anything that's not in the United States is going to be house show shit. No, it is. It's predictable and bland. This is bland as fuck, dude.
Yep, Gunther versus Orton, bland.
I mean, look, solid match, 20 minutes at a house show, great stuff. Bianca Belair winning against Nia Valkyrie, cool. Like that's a mid-ass fucking match, dude. Cody
Bland
and
like
Logan
your
Paul.
fucking potato salad.
It was pretty bland, dude. That was weird. I was so pissed. Honestly, of all the things that have happened, that's one of the things I'm most pissed about, that it wasn't good. I was like, what the fuck?
I didn't even try any, so I didn't.
Go to your local store and just
Didn't miss
have
out.
some. It's probably the same. Shit was wild. I was like, I fucking talked this up to be fucking mid-card mafia. There's a couple going by with my burps again.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to make him hear.
Dude.
All right, let's talk about NXT, since we're in the WWE train anyway. Battleground is June 9th. It got Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Jada Parker, Fallon Henley, and 2 TBDs in a ladder match. That'll be fun.
NXT Women's North American Championship. Yeah, that'll be a good match.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I'm not really sold as much on this next gen of ladies as much as everybody else. I mean, listen, I know
They're
Jada.
gonna be very, very good.
hands
Jada
up,
Parker is fucking awesome.
hands up with the
All
respect.
the people you just mentioned, they have
Sol
a ton
Ruka
of
is going to be awesome in a ladder match.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean,
Lash
it's-
Legend is gonna be a
Lash
huge
Legend.
star.
Last Legend was good in the Iron Survivor thing that they
Yep.
did.
The NXT American Championship will be on the line. Obafemi, Joe Coffey, and Wesley.
That'd be fun.
This was supposed to be Obafemi, Ivar, and Wesley, but Ivar is injured, which makes me very sad.
Yeah. But Joe Coffey, I really loved him during.
I'm not a Gallus guy.
I loved
sorry to say.
Gallus. You
Yeah,
know,
I
you
agree.
know, I was a guy.
I like the Obafemi and Wesley aspect of the
I will
match.
say
yeah.
this too. Now the farther we get removed from it, I really loved that initial NXT,
NXT
UK run.
Yeah, that was cool.
The
presentation was
the
cool.
tournament
Mhm.
into the show, like the first couple episodes and shit like that. I
Yeah.
was like, man, this is like really good.
When the fuck's NXT Europe coming? Remember they announced that like 2 years ago?
Well, they
were
did
gonna be
NXT
doing it?
Japan too, and that took a shit. So who knows?
They didn't do NXT Japan.
And they were saying they were gonna.
No, that was just like
and
Mel speculating.
Shayna Baszler against Lola Vice. Lola Vice, LOL. LOL.
NXT Underground. Lola Vice very
Yeah,
good.
you know,
NXT
Yeah, she's great.
NXT Underground match. It's fucking brother. You remember Raw Underground?
Yeah, I do.
What do you know about it?
Better.
I mean, I miss
Yep.
Shane.
Do you?
I do.
Me too.
Nothing like mid-ass punches to make it all work.
This is gonna be a very good match.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Good card.
Mid-card. Let's go. Obafemi, good though. I like him a lot.
Oh, that's
oh,
awesome.
Patriot-
Did you ever watch that triple threat from Stand Deliver?
I did. Very good.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Very good.
So, for those, hopefully that listened last week, we did the Zoo Draft.
Holy
And
shit! If you didn't
It was
listen, you need to
fucking
go.
wild.
Here, let me just give you a spoiler.
I've heard through the grapevine that people had some opinions about this.
The beginning part of the show is one of the wildest 4 minutes you'll ever experience. Please do yourself a favor and at least listen to listen to the first pick of the draft and tell me you're not in for a wild ride. That's all I ask. One pick.
It was very fun.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember
so,
what the first pick even was.
It was Jimmy Dick and his giant story of how. Oh, you spoiled it.
Well, yeah, I remember that.
But it was Jimmy Dick, and he was like, I was working for the highway fucking department, and
Yeah.
now I'm feeding fucking alligators
A
and
pig,
shit.
that's what he took,
Yeah,
right?
he took a pig. Because he was an elf. The fucking story's got more
and
curves than a
then he
fucking...
sent us the picture of him as an elf.
That was awesome.
Yeah, which is
That's
awful.
bad.
Awful. Don't ever
Wild.
send me a photo like that again. That was awful. Go ahead.
Well, in dead last, with 0% of the votes, was Mike and Leon.
Good. Leon tried to take himself. He's like, I want to take Leon. Oh, I mean Lions. I was like, you're an asshole.
In third, with 8% of the votes, you had a tie between Angel and Donnie.
Hey, Angel and me.
In second place, with 17% of the votes, was me and George. And then
I knew Jimmy Dick was gonna win.
Yeah, in first place with 50% of the votes was Dick.
That's unbelievable. Did we vote for him?
Yes, we did.
Because we promised, because he
We
was
agreed
having...
to, because of he did the
gimmick.
wrestler gimmick.
The wrestler gimmick, yes. Raven and Sting and all that shit. Yes, got it.
Ray Kuraishi says Dick came out large with this draft. Wiki face.
I cannot believe our fans cannot handle this man's last name being Dick.
You can't even.
No,
Yeah.
You're damn right. You're damn right.
Panda says, easiest vote for me ever. It's Donnie, purely for taking the panda. I can't vote against my own bloodline. If your zoo doesn't have a panda or two in it, then what are you even doing?
Took a fucking red panda.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't good enough. It was too small. Just like your dog. So
Angel replied to this and said, my dad will be a visitor in my zoo, and he looks like a panda, so I qualify for your vote. Please, thank you.
Why is he slandering his father all the time now? He did it on air in that episode, too. He's like, my dad's a sloth. Like, what the fuck, bud? I told him in the episode, I said, I hope he comes in and just beats the shit out of you.
James Dick says, on a set, no one took the cuttlefish. South Park reference.
Got it.
Chris Thompson says, not a big fan of zoos per se, but I love the idea of each of the wrestlers alluded to being in separate cages, hurling insults and sneering at the visitors, or in the case of babyfaces, cooling and politely asking for food. I might even pay a few bucks for the experience.
What is
and Steve McLaughlin.
Wait, hold on. What?
That
What
sounds
the
like the plot of Space Jam, where if Michael Jordan and the Toon Squad lose, then he has to like fucking play one-on-one with all the kids and lose on purpose, and he's like chained up.
That is true.
Holy shit, dude.
That was a weird fucking storyline for that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
slavery.
fucking Swackhammer was pretty wild.
Yeah.
He was
Steve McLaughlin has our last
It's
comment.
almost
I'm
like
voting for
Hollywood's full of pedophiles.
I'm voting for the zoo with a dick in it.
And speaking of, right there we go. You're all on the list, for the record. Everyone is on the fucking list.
Anyways, patreon.com/ringrustradio. Go there to hear the ad-free version of our podcast, your early access to our upcoming retros and match commentaries, including Randy Orton vs. Cactus Jack from WWE Backlash 2004.
good match.
Great match.
Yeah, it's fun. Listen, we gotta talk about some other stuff though, so let's move on.
Strangeness in the latest report. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Egregious lies anonymously sourced. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Scoop, 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 scoop. No lies, no retraction. Scoop, 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 scoop. Per a source that's interesting to know.
Hey guys, time for Dirt Sheet Busters. I decided to stick around. I had nothing better to do.
Great. All right. This first one's from Fightful Select. Guys, guess when Hangman Page is returning to AEW?
Did you talk about Fightful Select making Triple H apologizing and getting cheeses because Triple H is such a piece of shit?
Oh, yeah, I saw that made up
Did
stuff.
you?
I
It's
for
not
sure
made
did.
up, but none of it is made up. That's 100% true. Triple H was a total piece of shit to Fightful Select.
We talked about this when you weren't fucking here last week, by the way.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I just want you to
2
know
weeks
Triple
ago.
H is a burial piece of shit, and then he's like, "Ooh, I'm sorry," and sent cheeses because he thinks he's big-nosed, funny fuckhead.
He was totally fine to destroy Dirt Sheets.
Triple H.
Well within his right.
Cheese.
He sent that. He legitimately did. Yes.
Okay.
They
You
respect.
gonna
the
answer my
media.
question?
Oh no, I'm saying start over again. Sorry, I just wanted you being on blast.
All right, well, it was dumb because we talked about it 2 weeks ago and you didn't say anything of interest. Guess when Hangman Page is returning to AEW?
Relatively soon.
Okay. BG?
In the near future.
Oh, okay. While speaking at Fightful Select's Q&A session, Sean Ross Sapp was asked about Adam Page's return status as he's still away from AEW television. Here's a quote. Well, he's not injured or anything. It's a matter of deciding whenever he's coming back. It could really be whenever, the best I know.
Could be whenever.
The answer is whenever.
No, the answer is could be whenever. Like he
Could
he
be
can't
whenever.
even. That's could is not even affirmative. Like it could be whenever. That's nothing more nebulous.
So that
than
means there's a chance that it can't be whenever.
I don't even know. We're so deep in the weeds here. I don't even know anymore.
Ready for the honorary Dirt Sheet Buster of the week?
Yes.
It's Ring of Honor's Charlotte Renegade.
Oh, of course.
Of the Renegade
Old
twins.
Charlie Renegade.
Yeah. According to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, Charlotte Renegade has been dealing with concussion issues that have kept her out of action. While she's working towards being cleared, there's no definite timetable for her return to the squared circle, so it could be a long time until she's back.
Wow.
Squared circle so they could like beef up the fucking word count.
Of course. They also wrote ring 3 times in the last 2 sentences, so they got to get out of that.
Charlotte Renegade responded on Twitter, "False. I'll explain my situation on my time. Thank you for respecting my privacy at this time." Sorry to say he didn't respect your privacy whatsoever by reporting
that's
false
why she had to say this. That's why she had to say this in the first place. But yeah, jumping out ahead of that, yeah, that's good like that. So she was wrong.
He was wrong.
No, she's wrong.
She's wrong about her own
Yeah.
personal health situation.
That's what Dave's saying. Dave is
No,
saying
that's what
she's wrong.
Sean Ross Sapp is saying.
Oh, so Sean Ross said he got the cheese though.
Yeah, maybe Triple H was right.
I don't know. Depends on who you believe here.
I believe the person
I don't believe you.
would know about their own situation. That's who I believe.
Yeah. PR stunt.
Okay. Tiffany Stratton is in big trouble for a social media post.
Which, honestly, I watched the video on mute because I watch most things on mute. I was like, this is dumb. She's even in trouble for this. Because I didn't know it was something that was said during the video. So I could easily,
Psych!
Oh,
Not in trouble.
Everybody stop being a bitch. Everybody shut the fuck up and everybody stop being a bitch. Let's have fun again.
It's funny because what you just said is exactly what Heather said to me. She's like, maybe she posted it and like didn't even have the audio on.
Yeah.
And that's why she posted it, which actually makes a lot of sense.
Whatever, dude.
Controversy ignited when Tiffy Time shared a now deleted video on her Instagram story. In the video, she was seen slapping Jade Cargill while a voiceover uttered, with Bianca Belair.
What did it say? It's just in context. A black bitch or something
black
like that?
bitch is what it
Why
said.
are you afraid? It's not like we're saying the fucking words, dude. Gee, why is someone afraid? It's America. It's America.
With Bianca Belair in view, accompanied by laughing emojis. According to Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, it was noted that if it were someone less important, they might have been fired instantly if they were in the same situation as Stratton.
Oh my
Here's
God.
the quote from Meltz.
Doesn't make any sense.
Fans started going crazy, calling it racist, and she took it down. Basically, if this was someone who wasn't a star, they'd be fired instantly.
Unbelievable how sensitive we've gotten. Like, even when I watch it with the audio on, I was like, oh, that's a clip from a movie. Right?
Lots of fans sent the video on X to Paul Levesque, so it was a pretty significant situation. That's what part of this support.
Let me say something to you.
Lots of people sent a tweet to Triple H.
People are so fucking pathetic to be atting people like that. Just fucking dweebs, dude. Everyone,
who probably the people that mostly did it were, what they're fans of, probably?
The same people who do AEW botches.
No, it's not them.
It is the same. They're just
it's the people who like AEW.
Look at me. Look at me.
Because they try to fucking do shit like that all the time.
Look at me, and they do for AEW.
I don't think you guys used to whisper.
It's the same. This is what we do instead of yelling. We go quieter.
It's our new thing.
Turn the volume down. You are a coward.
Absolutely not. They do this shit all the time, and you know it.
Yes, but it's the same exact person.
Constantly. When stuff came out about Vince, they're like, oh, Triple H definitely knew. He needs to be fired, too.
Yes.
This is what they do. Because Triple H is putting out a good product, and they don't want that.
Let me tell you something.
Because they say, you got to enjoy and love all wrestling,
but
you don't really mean it. They mean, just enjoy and love the wrestling highlight.
Mike, I gave you time. Mike, I gave you time. Mike, I gave you your time.
No, that's a fact.
It's my turn. I gave you time. The truth is, Mike, they have different shirts on. They're the same guy. They're twins. One guy's got an AEW shirt. One guy's got a WWE shirt. They're doing the same damn thing.
Not the ones doing this.
Shut your mouth.
AEW shirts
you
on.
shut your mouth.
No.
Okay, guys.
Hey, can I jump in here because you guys just talked a lot?
Yeah,
sure.
I'm really impressed by how long you kept that up for.
Because it was authentic, and I didn't want to be really yelling.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
It's us, guys. See, we can change.
Guys, that was on the fly. Woo, tough being on here on the stage. How's everybody feeling tonight? Have a good one. Tip your waitresses.
There's a second part to this report.
Please.
Despite the angle becoming a huge controversy, a new report by PW Insider dispels a rumor that Tiffany Stratton's match on SmackDown had been pulled due to the video. According to them, the match is still scheduled and there's been no change in plans. By the way, that match did in fact happen. Moreover, several sources indicated that Tiffany Stratton is not facing any internal trouble and has received unanimous praise from management and other talents since joining the roster. Her status within the company remains unchanged and she continues to be on good footing.
Yeah, I would assume because, like, you know, even at the most, she was like, oh, it was just an accident. Be like, you know, you're right, sorry. Hey, everybody, is everybody okay with this? Like, it was just an accident.
Hey, you know,
like,
be more careful.
Yeah, be more careful.
All right.
You gonna learn from mistakes? Or, no, we're gonna fire everybody who makes a mistake ever. That's fine. Whatever. We just live in pussy world now, but it's fine.
Are you ready for the other honorary Dirt Sheet Buster of the week?
Please, yeah.
Ivar.
Oh, I saw this one. It makes me sad, though.
This is some egregious shit, so let's get into it. Yesterday, WWE announced that Ivar would be out of action indefinitely as he's dealing with an unspecified injury. The Viking Raider was pulled from both the ongoing Speed No. 1 Contender Tournament and North American Championship No. 1 Contender match he was booked in for next Tuesday's NXT. The storyline explanation for Ivar's injury is that it happened during an attack by Gallus to close out the last episode of NXT. By itself, that was enough to make us wonder if perhaps the big man's injury was kayfabe, something an item in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter seemed to confirm.
Ooh,
Dave Meltzer wrote.
Scandalous!
Dave Meltzer wrote, Ivar's just being given time off because he's been working so hard of late, but it's nothing serious and just an angle.
Oh, my goodness. Hold on, right here, Mike. Basics of journalism. That means he spoke to somebody within WWE, the way he phrases things. So,
that's what you would assume.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, no. Because he uses turns of phrase to make you believe that. He makes it
right. I'm just saying,
seem like
I would assume that a reporter would have talked to somebody with knowledge of the situation before writing this. I would assume that.
I would say this.
You know what they say about assuming, though, right?
You make an ass out of you and me. But there's a difference between reporting something and informed speculation. Would you agree?
Yes, but he presents them in the exact same way.
I would say
which
that
is a huge issue.
Is a problem. You know what I mean? He fingers that line like it's nobody's business.
If he hadn't talked to anybody, or especially anybody who would know about this, about Ivar's situation, then the thing to say would be like, my belief is that, my opinion is that, and then say that. But he never does that. Never does that.
Well, he says my belief all the time. And
Sure.
then he says it's a source. So, go ahead.
My belief is that my source said this. Before long, Fightful Select Sean Ross Sapp issued a counter report. Regarding reports that Ivar's injury is a work, we're told that isn't true whatsoever. The severity of the injury isn't known as of yet, but we're told Ivar has long wrestled as if he's on borrowed time after his double fusion surgery. Meltzer corrected his own story in F4W Online's latest daily update post saying, Ivar's injury is more serious than we were first led to believe. No apology there, just saying somebody led them astray.
Yeah, there's a bad source move there.
Yeah. You know what the problem is? The person who chooses to use the bad source.
Also, I know it's a custom nowadays, but you're not really supposed to throw your source under the bus.
No.
I don't know. It's old-fashioned me.
Dave plays by different rules.
He really does, dude. No wonder he keeps so many sources.
Now the man himself has confirmed the bad news. This afternoon, Ivar tweeted, there's been a lot of misinformation floating around about me. Let me clarify. Yes, I am injured. Yes, it is very serious. No, I have not had surgery. Still trying to figure out all options and what this means for my future. That being said, I want to thank everyone for the outpouring of love and support, not only after finding out I was injured, but throughout the last several months. I've heard you all. No matter what happens, I owe it to everyone who ever believed in me to do everything I can to get back in the ring, under those lights, in front of the most amazing fans on the planet. See you as soon as I can. So, first of all, very sad that it sounds like it's not good on the injury front from Ivar, from what he's saying. I mean, it is true that he had a double fusion neck surgery in the past, so I would hope it's not related to that, but, you know, if it is, that sucks, because that's potentially serious. And I was really liking when he was doing, like, singles shit. He was awesome, so I hope he can come back.
He really is.
And other than that, Meltz is a fucking piece of shit for just running with nothing and making people think that it was just a work.
I mean, listen, I I like the yucks. If you report that this guy's going to be pushed and it doesn't really come to fruition, shit plans do change. I get that.
Whatever. You're not playing with people's lives.
Yeah, this is the part where it's like the Nicole Bass thing. It's just like when I didn't go to fucking 101 to fucking have people like this glorify doing it wrong. Like in a world where like everything's opinionated and shit like that, fine. Just tell me it's your opinion. I'm fine with that. You want to regurgitate information? That's how the world works. That's good. But you have to, if you represent some form of like integrity, you have to make sure what you're saying is true. Right? If you're gonna say I'm a reporter, I need to be able to believe the words that are coming out of your mouth. You don't have to be perfect. Again, it's like you go through the NFL. We always say Adam Schefter, but he's like perfect. He does not miss because he has a source in the league office. But guys like other secondary guys who are beat reporting for these teams or getting it from the locker room, they're waiting. They're double verifying sources. They're checking against people. They're asking other people. They're bringing all this information in before they present these reports. It's the proper way of doing things, even if it's not always correct or 100% factually accurate in terms of like the details. The general scope is you're not impacted. Saying that this is a work, and then this guy comes out and he says, this is a really serious injury, is a fuck up of massive proportions. If you are the beat writer for the Buffalo fucking Bills and you say Josh Allen's elbow injury, it's not so bad. And then the next day they come out and say it's UCL, he's out for the season. Putting that out there too. So if that's right there, that is the problem. Like if that happened in the NFL, that guy would be lambasted. He would be fucking mocked, and his reports would no longer be taken serious. But
what do you want to talk about? No, seriously, this is really serious.
Yeah, really serious. Shut up.
Really serious,
Idiot. But yeah, I still pay my $13 a month. Go ahead.
You ready for the coup de grace?
Yes, please.
From Wrestling Observer Radio. Guys, guess when CM Punk is going to be cleared to return?
Oh, another one.
I feel like BG already knows this. Do you know this?
I do know this one.
Okay,
All right, Donnie,
so
what
I'm
do you
going to
got?
say pretty soon.
Pretty soon, okay. While speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer talked about CM Punk's recovery timeline and when he's expected to make his in-ring return. Here's a quote. Punk's not that far from being back,
Damn it.
most likely. If he had his surgery at the end of January, you're looking at the end of July, August, maybe September.
Okay.
It's not that far away anymore.
The third
he might
quarter.
make SummerSlam. And if he can make SummerSlam, Punk and Drew for the title, that makes a lot of sense. Even if he can't, he can do it a month after. Punk will be back fairly soon.
Oh,
it's
damn
not
it!
as far. It's not as far away as sometimes you
Damn
think because of that surgery.
I think I said fairly in the first one. Like fairly.
I think you said pretty soon.
Yeah, I did. But in the first one we did, I think I said fairly excited or something like that. Damn it! Damn it!
There's a lot of options here. The beautiful thing about this is like he could be back in July or August or September.
Yeah, he's
given himself a 90-day fucking cushion.
He gave himself a quarter of a year.
I pray he's back in June.
October.
I hope he's back pretty
No,
soon.
not October, because I want him back because ASAP. June. Give me June. By the way, when Punk got hurt, I think all of us to a man are like, he'll be back for summer and probably him and Drew at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I felt like 9 months, to be honest.
We said that.
I said summer instantly.
We said that because it was obvious as fuck with our eyes. So.
And now he has to do a report telling us July or August or maybe September.
Oh, thank God we got him. One day when he's gone, you're gonna miss him. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, this segment would miss him.
Segment dies with him. We come in there. We take the picture with his coffin, like the guy with the Instagram.
No, with the peace sign. Don't do that.
Sign. Right? Then we leave a literal cassette tape that says fucking Dirt Sheet Busters on the coffin, and we just fucking walk the fuck
I thought you were
out.
gonna say leave a fucking turd.
No. We show our respect. No, we're not pieces of shit, dude.
Right.
At least I'm not.
Right.
BJ, how we do? Mike? Oh, I kind of miss him almost.
Please come back.
I'm gonna go in 5.
Play no reigns. Just fuck YouTube.
No, I can't do that. Honestly, we're making pretty average strides right now, but it's
We're making limited headway.
It's moving in a consistent direction. It's never gone down yet. It's consistently going up. So, because it literally can't go down. So it's a cumulative thing. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go in 5, 4, 3. All right, guys. Fantasy standings. I don't care about this.
Okay. I'm still gonna read it. Last place, a tie for 12th with -5. Jim Del Chapo and Skinner.
I'm gonna let you finish the rest of it. Hold on, let me get on the stage real quick. I want to tell you something, Mike. What's it gonna take to add AEW guys to this?
Never gonna happen.
Mike.
Unless I don't know if WWE buys AEW, maybe.
Mike. What's it gonna take?
I just told you.
With AEW,
everybody's got a price, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
What's the vig?
Buy me out of the show so I never have to show up again.
Do you take payments on that $3, Mike?
No,
Holy
I don't.
Shit,
Need it all up front.
What if Donnie never showed up?
Huh?
That kind of defeats the purpose of getting AEW people involved, I guess. But I mean, I would not mind if he never showed up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Twilight Zone, where the guy wants to be alone and with all his books, and then he steps on his glasses and now he can't read them and he's all alone. All right, let's go. Go ahead.
You gotta enjoy the AEW from afar.
Yeah.
In 11th with 5, Angel Mesa.
Nice man.
Love him. Tie for 9th with 15, Donald Wood and Big Money Mike.
Ooh.
Here we are.
If this is a tunnel of love, you're getting the tunnel of glove. I got 2 fingers and my pinky out.
Okay. That we could have left that to the imagination. In 8th with 20.
PJ's just yelling. You mean one's in the asshole, right? He's saying one in the stink. That's what
One of
it
the
means.
pigs?
That's hilarious. That's a long time coming. I heard that joke. Hey, Cindy. Just yelling the joke back. It's like, come on. Good.
In 8th with 20, Tyler Sutton.
Yeah, he's fine. Braves suck, so you deserve that.
In 7th with 25, James Dick.
Yeah, fucking maniac.
In 6th with 30, BG.
Honestly,
Fluke.
One of his best performances in years. So
Yeah.
seriously.
It's so early.
Tie for 4th with 40, George Cruz and Stephanie Kordick.
Yeah.
Both teams I drafted, by the way.
You think George is ever gonna have a kid?
Do I think George is going to have a kid?
Yeah.
No.
Do you think George's kid will be swaddled in t-shirts?
If
like
he did,
like little Jesus, but it's
yes,
like fucking
absolutely.
It's Motley Crue and fucking Braun Strowman.
Sure. Tie for 2nd with 55, Reggie Gill and Alex Pandolfi.
Oh man, what a fat combo that is. All I will say is, Panda. Has anybody no-showed us more than Panda over the years?
No, absolutely not.
Like he is like the worst.
Well,
friendship.
George no shows a lot, but he does show up sometimes.
Yeah, but Panda never shows up, right?
Yeah.
He showed up to Rocket League the other night and actually played, and it was wonderful. He's got a great personality. He just literally hates you guys, so it's a you problem.
I don't think he hates us.
It's a you problem, not me.
I don't think that's it.
Yep.
And in first with 60, Leon CK.
Oh, what a fucking dope! I'm out.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, whatever. So what? How many points did I have?
15.
And he's got 60.
Yep.
Well within range, dude. It's so early, dude. Leon, enjoy your little lead because
I drafted for the future, not for immediate. This is
you
a
know
long
when you know
season.
when you're playing virtual gambling of horses or whatever, and like the one horse always gets off that nice early start, and then one guy's marking out, and you're like, it's a whole fucking 2 legs left, dummy, and then it always fades to the back. That's Leon.
That's what this is.
Yep. Do you say it's like Mario Kart?
Mario Party.
Mario Party, got it. Yeah. I don't know. What
Mario.
You're talking about. Mario.
Yes. Mario.
It's me. It's Mario.
You don't say that at all.
It's a me. It's a Mario. Let's go to emails. ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Short, sweet, pertinent what we're talking about, not exactly what we're talking about. Mike?
This is from Derek, Bateman, AJ, Lee. Subject, Road to WrestleMania Oakland, won't apologize for length.
Can I just say something right off the bat? I love Derek Lee. He's one of our most articulate friends. But, this is a terrible email so far.
Patreon.com/ringrustradio. Contribute to the email tier higher, and you get at least one email read on the show each month.
Yes.
Ayo.
Ayo.
Right off the bat, I'd like to apologize for being MIA. I'm working 3 jobs and have been incredibly burnt out.
Hey, join that club, dude. Been there, done that for like 8 years now.
It's not a fucking competition.
I'm saying he's not alone.
Thanks, Derek.
It's been 8 years of me doing 3 jobs too. So
anyways, Mike, BG, and Donnie, I hope you're all doing well. I was until Donnie was talking.
My bad.
A month or so before WrestleMania, I decided to head over to Oakland Arena to catch a WWE house show. I lucked out and found third row seats for $100.
That's lucky? Hold on, that's lucky?
Yeah.
I'm going to pay $100 to see WWE in Oakland, a house show? Dude, you couldn't pay me $100 to go to that fucking show.
Bro, you have no idea how much that seat would cost at MSG.
I don't care. Everything in New York sucks.
I had a great time. I forgot how much fun they can be. For the first 45 minutes, I was so stoned I couldn't even talk.
Nice.
My neighbors were probably enjoying the show until I got a 32 ounce of Modelo in my system. Then the wheels came off.
Let's
and
go.
We started to have a good time.
This is why I knew I could just tell from his tone. And the fact that he likes really weird shit like music, that the dude can party.
Here's some of the highlights. Nia Jax took on Maxine Dupree. Got a great view of Maxine's makeup all over Nia's butt. Okay, we're going on this route. Q put a little ass on it, and at one point, Nia had Maxine in a torture rack. Maxine tried to get out by elbowing Nia in the side of the head, but kept missing and elbowing Nia in the chest. After about 3 consecutive elbows to her pectorals, Nia screams, "Ow, that's my titty!" The place fucking erupted.
Yeah. Also, real quick for a second. Is this Dave Meltzer reports? Like, what is this? Like, I'm looking for reports from the Juno house show.
He sent this to Dave, and Dave didn't print it.
Is that what I'm getting here? What the fuck is this?
MVP came out with Omos and offered $1,000 to anyone in the crowd who could take Omos down. I stood up, flexed, and yelled, "I could take him down too easy." MVP looked my way and said, You can't do it. You're too fat." I thought there was no way he's talking to me. So I spun around to see who he was actually talking to, and there was no one else standing behind me. He was speaking to me. That sucked.
Can I say, no, real quick. Plenty of indie wrestling shows I've been to where that exact situation happened. I was yelling at this CZW manager one time. I mean, the place was dead. And I'm heckling. I don't curse when I heckle. Heckling is an art. Mike, you know this. Heckling is an art.
You yelled at Sarah Roberts only fucking sucked.
Okay, that was different. But guess what? I popped everyone there, and he turned away.
You didn't say another thing the rest of the night.
Yeah, I didn't need to. I went out on top.
You left early.
Fucking dropped my mic and was like dip on that shit. So, I yelled at this dude, Moreno or something like that, some Italian ass looking dude. I said, I said, "You suck," or something like that. Dude turned to me and he looked, he said, "And your mother swallows," and everybody in the entire building looked at me and laughed, and I was like, "Oh man, God, it's one of the worst. It's the worst zing I've ever gotten back for someone." So you're not alone.
Being called fat by one of the performers wasn't even the worst part. We got a Gunther versus Gable match, and not a single chop was thrown. The match was thrown out when Imperium got involved, and the New Day came out for the save. The match got restarted as a 6-man tag. A chop was actually thrown, but by Gable, and it was more of a thud than a clap. How disappointing. Fun match, though.
He's judging slaps. That's a thud, not a clud, not a dud. No.
There was a lot more, but those were my highlights. Hope we can link up for the next call. I'm very happy you all had an amazing time in Philly for WrestleMania. The recap got me feeling FOMO bad. Speak with you all soon. Take care. Best regards, Derek Bateman, AJ Lee.
It's 2024. We don't talk
Thanks,
about it.
Derek.
Yeah, great stuff.
Good shit.
Really long.
MVP and almost did that bit when I went to the MSG show in December.
It's a house show, dude. That's what they always do. Holy shit.
R-Truth came out and got like one of the biggest reactions of the whole show. It was fucking awesome.
House shows are honestly way better. The pressure's off everybody. There's no TV breaks. There's no, you know what I mean? It's just usually a really...
Just keep them moving.
They did run a 15-minute intermission.
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, I hate it.
I hate intermissions.
Like, why are we doing
this?
this?
I hate intermissions so much.
Piss break.
It's like, what do we need
I
an
don't care.
intermission?
Fucking just go piss.
It's honestly to get people to go to the fucking merch stand.
Oh,
That's exactly
okay.
what it really is. That's
All right, well, fuck it. Next email comes from Matt Bowers of Pain. Subject is Finn Balor. Hey there, friends of the Ring Rust. Right now, Finn Balor's like a bitch. How would you book him to make him a WrestleMania main eventer? Doesn't need to be next year, but at some point. Thanks and have fun, Matt Bowers. All right. So, Judgment Day, it's run its course. Damian Priest kicks Balor out. Balor gets his mojo back. He's the demon. He wins the championship from Damian Priest.
Yeah.
That's how you get
So your
Balor
thing is
back.
he becomes demon and wins it. Shocking.
Hell yeah.
I wrote literally the
storyline.
exact same thing. Because what you have is you just have, because it's Damian gets too big for his britches, and then they beat out Finn Balor from the group.
Exactly.
And then he's all alone, and he keeps like getting jumped and shit, and he's like, well, I need a friend. And the friend is the demon.
I would not have him beat Damian Priest for the world title because Drew McIntyre is going to beat Damian Priest for the world title. But I do think that Balor is going to be turning on Priest in the very near future, whether it's to cost him versus Drew at Clash of the Castle, or maybe because Priest loses, then like the next night, Balor and Dominic and JD all turn on him. Like, yeah, you fucked up, so you're out of the group, basically, kind of thing. That is absolutely happening in the next couple months. So Finn's going to be the leader of the Judgment Day, and that in and of itself is going to be a boost for him. But I do agree, like, to get him to that level, he is going to have to bring the demon out at some point. And I think that's going to happen. I think, the dissolution of the Judgment Day is the start of that. So I don't think the answer is to have him beat Priest again, because I think you're getting like Drew versus CM Punk coming out of that. But, maybe over the course of the year you build him up. Maybe he wins the Rumble as the demon, because I don't think he's ever entered the Rumble as the demon. So that'd be pretty interesting if you could do that. And then you could be the main eventer.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
You going to read it?
No.
Okay. It's from Andrew Elias Sampson. Subject: the disrespect of Bayley.
Okay. We haven't heard this from Samson in a while.
Yeah.
By the way,
Hey,
it's the
boys.
Dragon.
Long time no email. Ever since Rumble, it seems Bayley has been an afterthought on the road to Mania. After Mania winning the title, face Bayley seems to now be taking a backseat as well, with being left off the King Queen of the Ring poster. Well, she's not on the show. Which shows Cody, Damian, Sammy, Women's Tag Champs, Bianca. Cody, Damian, Sammy. I'm sorry, there's no commas. Cody, Damian, Sammy, Women's Tag Champs, Bianca and Jade, and even Becky Cena. He really hates Becky Lynch, for people that didn't know.
Yeah, Jesus.
What's your thoughts on this and your genuine insights? I think at this point, just have Tiff beat her and move on from the failed face Bayley push. Also, listeners, go watch Donnie get pwned by middle school kids on the Ring Rust YouTube channel. Just leave it playing when you leave the house. Ring Rust!
Ring Rust? Well, leave it playing when you leave the house. That's a great idea. But actually, we don't play anybody online except for the friends of the show. And if you'd like to be one of them, please get on the Discord.
Are some of them middle school kids?
No, it's like literally a bunch of 40-year-old nerds. So, I mean, it's fun because we all, have mortgages, so we hate our lives. But, I mean, no kids allowed.
I think it's about Bayley?
Yeah, I think that Bayley, Royal Rumble was great, a great moment. I think the plan was, we were going to give it to WrestleMania, give her the moment. Now, on paper, that's great, but the build between those two dates was piss poor at best. Some of the moments during that time were cool, but I felt like it was lackluster overall. And following WrestleMania, they didn't really follow up on the moment. And she's felt very secondary in all of this, and she's too good for that. So, I don't know what the answer is in terms of maybe I know she just turned, but she was better as a fucking heel. So maybe if you don't go heel, make her be like Stone Cold and not give a single shit, just beat the fuck out of everybody and just stop giving a shit. I don't know, because I feel sad because I want this to work and she deserves it to work, but it's not working.
I certainly don't agree that it's time to pull the plug on Babyface Bayley, like Samson said. We're very early on in that. I do agree that in a lot of instances, though, she has felt like an afterthought. She got that moment she deserved to win the Rumble, and then it started hot, her feud with EO and with Damage Control, and things were looking good, and we talked about it on the show multiple times. It's like they shot their wad too early with it, and you did it like a few weeks before WrestleMania, and then they just kind of slow played it from there, and it didn't feel like the feud was at its crescendo heading into WrestleMania, which is what you want. She still got the second last match of the entire fucking show, so obviously they still believe in her and want her in that spot, which is great. But then, like, coming out of WrestleMania, it's just like, she had a good triple threat, with Naomi and Tiffany, but then this pay-per-view comes and it's like the focus has been more on the Queen of the Ring tournament and not on the title. So I agree. She has felt like an afterthought. She needs to be featured more prominently. You need to build up legitimate storylines with her, but I absolutely don't agree that you just pull the plug on it yet. I think you just got to do better at booking it.
BJ?
Yeah, definitely wouldn't have her lose a championship yet. We were saying it since the Royal Rumble that she's been an afterthought for the most part, especially on the build to WrestleMania, and they need to do a better job. And we were disappointed in WWE and Triple H for what they were doing with Bayley and coming out of it. The triple threat was awesome at Backlash. Like, there's no reason that you have to pull the plug on Bayley's championship reign just yet. They have an issue on SmackDown though of lacking heels, right? So, Mike, you said that Nia wins Queen of the Ring. Like, that would jumpstart a great heel for her to go up against, and they had an awesome feud in NXT, so they can go that route. I do
think that's what's next for her. It's my assumption.
I mean, Damian Priest, I feel the same way. He's on King of the Ring, and I think that's really weird that your fucking champions aren't on the show or in any capacity. Like, they don't have a segment announced for or anything. So it is kind of bullshit that, especially these two champions who really need a push, they're not even featured on a big pay-per-view. But definitely don't pull the plug on Bayley. It doesn't deserve that. Something, yeah. Like, let Bayley, listen, let it be where, hey, you're going to be Queen of the Ring and your number one contender. And then have Bayley there ringside.
Yeah, we just have somebody beat the shit out of her in the backstage area. Do something. Like, make her, as she's coming into the show, she gets well, this is Saudi Arabia, so she might not even be there.
Sure, just pre-tape it then. Who cares as fuck?
I mean, they are doing SmackDown in Saudi Arabia, so if she's going to be on SmackDown, then she'll be there.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know that. She
I do know that.
SmackDown either. You don't know
I said if she's going to be on SmackDown, then she'll be there.
She might not be there. She might say, I don't
So if she's going to be on SmackDown, she might not be there?
Well, I don't know. Okay. Listen, I haven't confirmed with my
Pre-tape it. Pre-tape it last week.
Pre-tape. That's a good idea. Pre-tape it. Tape it from her house. She cuts a promo from her couch.
Yeah.
Sure.
Have Tiffany go to her fucking house.
With a gun. No.
Yes! All right, we're cooking.
She's got the gun. And, yeah, Tiff tries to break in.
She throws some guy into a fucking kiddie pool.
Honestly, it's a great idea. All right, are we done?
We're done.
Listen, guys, fantastic show. We did great today. I think we did great. Did you think we did great? Do you think we did great?
I don't think this is great.
All right, guys, God bless America. We'll see you next week.